Hey everyone, and welcome to Open Table. I'm Aaron, better known on Board Game Arena as webberaj, and I'm just jumping into another all-player commentary game. If you're sort of newer to the stream or newer to the format, I'm going to be playing a four-player game on training mode, and I've got three other opponents with me who I'll introduce to you in a moment. We're going to be playing today's game on the Fire and Ice map with no landscape, so if you are trying to qualify for the upcoming Fire 2 Open, we're basically doing F2O settings for this season. And we're going to talk openly. So the idea is to sort of play open hand Terra Mystica. People are going to talk through their turns, sort of share strategy with one another, and that might look like a couple of things. People are apt to talk about the moves that they're making as they make them and why they've made that decision, but at the same time, players might comment on other players' decisions and ask questions to them or even provide critiques if they think that they should have done something different. So that's kind of the idea of the format. It's on training mode for a reason because we are going to be sharing strategy and stuff like that, which can obviously vastly alter the outcome of the game. But it should be a good time. If you have any ideas or thoughts on what players should be doing, feel free to throw them in chat. And especially if you have questions, if you're newer to the game, feel free to ask any of these amazing players who are on the stream with me why they're doing what they're doing. Without further ado, let me introduce who's around the table today. So I've got FadiB from Canada returning, CHTennis as well, who also streams. I'll grab his Twitch link in a second and throw it in chat. If you haven't watched any of his streams yet, head over there and give him a follow. And then we've got Barnawal, who's joining us as well for the first time. So welcome, guys. Say hi.
Hey everyone.
Hello.
Awesome. So, without further ado, let's jump over to the game. We can start this up, and then whoever's in seat one can just sort of break down the setup. All right, Fatty, you're in seat one. Do you mind sort of breaking down the setup a little bit, letting us know what you see here and what faction you're thinking of tossing in?
Okay, sure. All right, so I usually look at the bonus tiles first. So I notice a decent amount of scoring, not a lot of power, a lot of coins, a lot of workers. Like it's pretty resource abundant, but there's no spade. So my mind directly starts thinking about like the factions that dig without spades. So like Darklings,
Mm-hmm.
Alchemists, Halflings, Giants, Nomads, also all those types of factions. And then I look at the track. I know a lot of people do it top down, so they start with round six.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's a good way, but the digging round four just jumps out at me.
Mm-hmm.
So um,
Yep.
so yeah, it feels like those alternate digging factions have even more of an edge. Because they could use that alternative mechanism of digging to score points on top of like expanding their economy and stuff.
So
So
you
it's like
mentioned
two
Darklings.
birds,
What
one stone.
what would those other factions be other than Darklings that you'd consider for sort of round four digs, low spades?
Well, you could have halflings.
Mm-hmm.
If this were landscapes, I'd seriously consider giants.
Mm-hmm.
Chaos magicians can do it under the right circumstances, which is there's a bunch of like advanced digging strategies are more so about your the way you develop your economy, not just like which faction you're playing. Mermaids can do it. Anyone can do it. It's just a matter of getting enough priests coins. Like you need big econ basically.
Right.
So like Darklings are the most easy to achieve a good digging engine without like compromising what you would normally do as Darklings.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and they're very flexible. So also it's nice that after the digging round you have a trading post round, which is always great. I hate when that's followed up by a dwelling round because I feel
Yeah.
like I'm doing twice the same things, and I don't like digging and just leaving hexes open
Mm-hmm.
to other players. So uh, yeah, and late game big buildings is usually liked by mermaids or cultists
Mm-hmm.
most of all.
Mm-hmm.
So any of those factions will work. I'm just gonna put in Darklings because it, I mean, because they're just so versatile and they can just take advantage of any kind of setup. They can adapt very well. So
Right.
it's for a first seat, it makes sense, I think.
For Darklings. Awesome.
Yep.
No alchemist
No
I'm sorry.
Alchemist.
then. No, it's usually a round 4 spade game is like good for alchemists, but like we're kind of I don't know how much of it was caught in stream. We were talking about this earlier about alchemists in this map, and like they're really hard to play.
Yeah.
And they can probably still take advantage of a round 4 dig round in general, because they can get their economy up, their worker economy up, and rolling by then, and they can build their stronghold round 3 here. So it could have worked, but it doesn't matter. They knocked me in. Another thing, yeah, I was like, I think you pointed out a lot of really like crucial things, Fatty. Like I know this is a pretty high economy game in general, because like the cult rewards are pretty good for economies. There's like early spades, the round 2 and round 4 coins are usually big like events in the cults, and as well as round 3 workers can be for some factions. There's a lot of resources you can get from playing the cults this game, and round 5 spades can be useful too. Like all the cult rewards look pretty good, and yeah, there's high coins and high workers in the bonuses. So it's a pretty like high economic game, which is often good for like factions that have inherent scoring, like Darklings. A lot of factions can use it, but those especially. Okay, I guess I have to think about who else I want to put in here. No, so I'm kind of like, as like Fatty said, you can't help but get glued to the round 4 dig round. Like it's just like the thing that always stands out to you. Swarmlings can use that as well sometimes. That'd probably be a good Swarmling setup, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, many factions can make a game plan towards round 4 diggings, and it's especially helpful in this setup with all the resources everywhere.
Yeah, and yeah, as you said, it's nice to have round 5 trading posts too. Like not only because you want to dig and build dwellings usually when you dig, but also because you want to have a lot of dwellings up, like going into a dig round, so you have a lot of workers to dig with. So like that's pretty high scoring kind of combination. The round 6 big buildings is usually lower scoring, but after trading post round, it kind of is a natural build up to it as well. So and there's pretty high scoring bonuses, no ship bonus, which it's also interesting. And normally I'd say it's a great setup or a pretty good setup for dwarves, but they're also terrible in this map. They're so hard to play on Fire and Ice.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. There's like none of the shipping pass tiles are in. Temporary shipping and ship VP, which are both like super annoying to have if you're playing like Fakirs and dwarves, because there's just one less pass tile that you can use. And so seeing both of those out, usually you'd expect Fakirs and dwarves, but dwarves are kind of tough on this map, and Fakirs are decent, but there's no landscapes here, so yeah.
There's plenty of coins though, so Fakirs I think can still manage.
Yep.
You know what? Let's try putting dwarves in. Let's go crazy.
I mean,
I want to learn. I want to learn how to play them better in this map, anyway. So I don't know if I'll play them here, but this could be a good opportunity.
Interesting. Did not expect that. Okay, so it does seem like it's a pretty high coin game, right? Like for the pass tiles, it's got both the coins in there, so in the bonus tiles. So like it seems like there would be a fair bit of coins, as barnawal said, the high economic start, but it'd be real nice to start on that brown cult, but you got some competition. Darklings is going to be likely putting a priest there. Possibly that gets them a lot of stuff. They put their priest there and they could do it the first action. So it'd be hard to guarantee that 3 spot from any other faction. So I wonder about that, but the thing is, I kind of like the setup for Swarmlings a good bit, because they can hold it off on the temple until round 2. They could build the sanctuary round 3, and if they wanted, they probably couldn't do all that and do digging, but
oh yeah, they could.
Think they could?
Oh yeah, I've done it.
But yeah, and then the last round is big building, so they're not going to get hurt that much on that.
Right.
But yeah, that seemed really good for Swarm.
It does.
But now that you know all that, I don't know if I should pick them. I'm just kidding. I actually would like to see them. I've struggled with Swarmlings on this map. Like, I like them a lot better on base map. And the Lakes map for sure, but so I'll see. Maybe I'll try to avoid them so one of you guys can show me how it's done.
All right.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of potential for Swarms here. Sorry, with the bonuses, their favorite bonuses are in too. They could potentially score a lot.
So I'm one of these players that likes a tidy color wheel. So I'm just going to grab a faction. Well, actually, Fakirs could be a good pick here, just to sort of take a look at the color wheel. So we've got Swarmlings with blue, who are only like, I mean, they don't tend to build a ton of structures, so they're not as intensive a color neighbor to Darklings as like mermaids are. I always sort of consider them almost like half of a color neighbor if you're playing green or black. But we've got black, blue, gray. The sort of traditional suggestion would probably be to throw in like a yellow faction, which is like the most common color matchup on base map, is sort of those 4 colors. If I was deep finesse, I would probably throw in green and then just win auction somehow, because that's deep finesse strats right there.
Yep.
I'm not good at auction, so I just need things to be tidy and for everyone to be friends. Do I throw in fakirs here? And then if I'm fakirs here, I want to get an idea of like how these past tiles would break down. So as fakirs, you could take the big building bonus to take it away from Swarmlings to annoy them a bit and open double temple. But with a round 2 temple event, I assume maybe you might want to build your second temple round 2, which would suggest either worker power or priest. Maybe even just a priest, just to get another dwelling down. Which would mean...
yeah, that makes sense.
So like maybe they take a priest, probably Swarmlings then get the big building bonus, which means dwarves are very happy with worker power, and Darklings probably take 6 coins or cult coins, their choice. Something like that. Let's throw in fakirs.
I was gonna say you could consider a red faction, but
Yep.
like that would be really, really hurtful to dwarves.
It would
which
be.
are already
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the more I look at dwarves, the more I'm like, I don't know how the heck to play them.
I think yeah, I mean they're tough. I think like this setup isn't so bad. Like this is a nice setup to play around with them, I think, because I think you don't have any color neighbors and you're probably starting with worker power. You get double, I mean, the thing about dwarves here is they probably get double dig unless Swarmlings, maybe Swarmlings will try to take it. That's a good thing that we should chat about right now as we're sort of bidding on factions is who's getting double spade here. And I'll start quickly. Like Swarmlings could take it if they wanted it by just taking worker power as opposed to the big building bonus if fakirs leave it to them. Otherwise, dwarves...
I think Swarmlings could take it even with the double. Even if they take 2 workers, they might still have a shot at double dig.
They might. It would depend on starting placements and opening leech, because
Exactly.
with worker power, dwarves would start with 1 additional power than Swarmlings, and a seat ahead of them, which, you know, all other variables being equal, would sort of suggest dwarves have an edge on that. Yeah, I'll just take more on Darklings. It's probably good. But yeah, so maybe we can break down starting locations here. Where are you guys thinking that factions would start? And then from there, we can sort of try to figure out how, like, who's getting a ton of leech, who's getting locked out of leech, and how that's going to affect stuff. So if anyone wants to jump in on that, go for it.
Well, it's like interesting. Just the first thing I was looking at is like, what's the question? Are fakers going to have any neighbors? Because the fakers, the yellow starting spots in this map are kind of like off to the sides a bit. They're not, or the yellow hexes, they're not in the center, and there's no like green or brown or red for that center kind of neighbor there. Usually, at least from my experience, usually Darklings start in the center, and their second dwelling is pretty flexible. I don't have the hex names up, so if you guys want to say the hex names, feel free. But swarms also usually have 1 in the starting dwelling in the center, and often the second dwelling off to the east of the map, like the right kind of in that area with surrounded by the 2 greens.
Yep.
Dwarves, I think, would have 1 on the eastern, like one of those 3 eastern gray hexes, and 1 of those 2 southern gray hexes are kind of typical, I guess. And fakir is usually the 1 in the center. And also one in the south, I guess, 1 of those 3 southern hexes. So maybe they'd have dwarves a neighbor there or darklings, but it's not that obvious for them, I think.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Fakirs, in my experience, fakirs or yellow factions here, their best friend is green usually. Blue is not so helpful to yellow as on the base map, so you really want green in instead of blue usually to have that neighbor directly on C4. To me, it suggests that fakirs will probably like to dig D7 soon to get in on that leech madness that's going to happen in the center. So as I'm explaining this, I'm continuing bidding on Swarmlings because I feel like I'm just going to put my stronghold in D6, and I'll get more leech than dwarves earlier. So even though I still feel like I have edge on double digs, no matter.
Right.
The dwarves are going to be off to the side with no direct neighbor, I feel like.
Yeah, it's a big like the double dig's really important for dwarves. If they can get double dig, they have it some chances. If dwarves can't get double dig, especially because there's no spade bonus, like that's a big kind of I think thing for them, especially in this map. They have the earth cultivate at the start at least, which they can probably get one way or another. But like, I think the double dig would be huge for them. I think that's a really big swing who gets double dig.
I'd like to see dwarves get 2 spades from the cults in round 1.
That would be cool.
So how do they accomplish that?
Double temple and first priest to earth. So 2 temples for let's say earth 2 and earth 1. They start on 2 on the earth track already. So that's 3 steps from the favors and 3 steps from the first priest. Netting 2 digs from that, and then securing a bunch of coins
Now,
after that.
correct me if I'm wrong, but they'd only be able to do that if they got the bonus priest, because in order to open 2 temples and a priest, they would need to take a priest power action and a worker power action.
Yeah, or have 2 workers, a priest from the bonus style. Let's assume Fakirs take worker power because they want to dig first round to get that centered hex.
I see.
Then
Right.
it might be the worker power that falls to dwarves, so they might be able to do it. I'm still gonna put one more on Darklings. The lings in this game are strong.
Yeah, the cults look really good for them too.
Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting because there's 2 like factions that are clearly head and shoulders above the other 2 in the setup. Like the question is just how far do we want to bid them down? Really, I always get like when I'm at this point in the auction, I'm always kind of starting to like try to look at game plans for the other factions, for dwarves and fakirs, and trying to see like what's viable and like how many points I'm willing to kind of, I guess, bid other factions down before I go for that. Because I'm always kind of almost planning, I guess, to take a 30-point faction. Because I don't know. I mean, are Darklings like 30 points better than dwarves? Probably not. Well, definitely not right now. But it's like an interesting question. Like, how far do you bid them down?
Not for Ben, it seems. He liked what I was talking about, those double spades from the earth, maybe.
Got his attention.
It's possible. I mean, if I was Darklings, I think the Darklings want to put that priest there. So I don't even know if you'd have the chance. Maybe they don't, but like you don't.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
for sure way to get that priest spot.
Yeah,
So-
you're guaranteed 1 dig, like presumably.
Right. Yeah. Agreed. Which is the plan, but
Just played a lot of Darklings recently. I'm sort of.
Yeah. I mean, I really want to try dwarves, but I don't know if I agree there. Like at this point, I'd bid them.
No.
Like, I'm really curious to try them though. But I don't know. I don't think I've ever played them in this map. I've just seen a lot of things about them being tough, and like just trying to look at it visually, what you do, it looks really tough.
I
But
think
maybe there's definitely got to be some unexplored game plans for them though.
I think one way this goes decently well for dwarves is if they become the center of the leech party. And as much as I play Darklings, as many games as I've played Fire and Ice, I still don't really understand Darklings' proper opening placements. They like opening spots. There seems to be so much flexibility. E3, even if it becomes stranded, seems to become popular. And then the second dwelling, I've seen D5, H3, I5, H8. And so I don't really know where that happens. In some games, I have seen Darklings start I5. Barnawal, I realize you don't have your hexes open, so that's the black on the I row of the board between the 2 yellows. So, and I think Fakirs start I4, and I think dwarves start H5. So for some reason, whoever ends up on Darklings is one of these players that wants to go I5, then dwarves probably gets double dig.
That would be really good for dwarves.
I think it's a fairly slim chance, but because it's
G4 then.
Pardon?
I just feel like I5 is a bit weird because like Fakirs can just hop over I6 and then if I'm Swarmlings, I'm just like putting down H6 to close you off completely. Like I'll just put H6 and not care about it. Just leave it there as a stronghold and basically murder Darklings.
Well, I mean, it would be like a pure leech play for Darklings. Like you get a lot of leech out of that, which Darklings can use. I think just abandon the temple or something there.
And Swarmlings has to place before Darklings. So I imagine Swarmlings goes like Darklings goes E3, Dwarves first dwelling probably goes H5, Swarmlings D6, Fakirs probably goes C5 I4. Back to Swarmlings, they don't know what Darklings are doing, so they just go D10 and be normal. Dwarves begrudgingly go E5 because that's what they're supposed to do. And then Darklings can choose to be sneaky. Well, then they're just putting their dwelling either adjacent to no one or hanging out with Swarmlings in the east for some ungodly reason, or they go and they take the power parity away from Swarmlings and give it to Dwarves. I don't think it will happen. I'm just painting a picture of something that isn't surprising when weird things like that happen on Fire and Ice.
Yeah, that's true.
It is hard to predict. I think generally Fire and Ice is just harder to predict than base map, for example. There's a lot more, especially with Darklings, there's a lot more possibilities.
This Swarmling's price is a bit steep, but they're so good.
I know, I'm kind of debating that too. It's just like, it looks like a really good setup for them.
It does.
Like,
it looks really
this
tempting.
this yeah, this H5 dwarves thing, like I've been not surprised, but I've been caught not expecting a Darkling's I5 placement.
Me
but
too.
Generally it turns out pretty bad for them usually, but sometimes it works out. So I'm kind of considering.
I'm pretty bad, and I'm currently on Darkling, so I might be that guy that goes I5 and then does poorly. So
I'll just put one more on Swarmlings and see how barnawal, how much what he feels like.
How much do I want them? Yeah.
I mean, dwarves at 30. Everyone has there's two groups at 15 and two groups at 30. So that's
yeah.
Scary.
I guess do you guys think dwarves are better than fakirs here? Does anyone have, I mean, obviously we know like CHTennis, you know your opinion. I'm curious though. I'm having trouble trying to think of which is better here myself.
I don't think, but I'm concerned about. I would have thought fakirs were better by dwarves here by a handful of points, not 10, but we'll say, I don't know, 7 or 8. I mean, I could be completely wrong there, but that's my intuition. The terrifying thing about fakirs is if they don't take worker power, which I think they probably should, or I think they should, like, taking a priest seems really good because you just get another dwelling out immediately. But if they don't take worker power, like, are they getting any leech at all? Unless my sort of I5 shenanigans are actually coming to fruition, like, yeah. I guess dwarves and fakirs trade power, H5, I4, and swarmlings and darklings trade power in the center is probably what happens.
Yeah.
Right.
I think so. Because, yeah, I mean, if fakirs could start with a spade, they could dig that center red hex and build from there. But, yeah, with no spade to start, they're limited before they can go kind of for neighbors. So, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So this is a question for you guys. As fakirs here, like, if you all jumped on fakirs right now at this price, would you take worker power and first action dig D7? Or would you take the priest and just accept that you're going to get some power from dwarves and trade it back? Hop over to I6 or something as, like, to get another dwelling at round 1 and then try to, like, save up for a spade round 2 somehow. Maybe.
I might even consider taking the priest scroll and the priest action and just double carpeting, like I4, I6, H7.
Interesting.
Or just save your power for hopefully a double dig.
My only concern about that is I feel like unless dwarves tunnel dig D7, you don't have another neighbor necessarily for a second temple in round 2, which I think I want here.
Well, you would, but like it would be awkwardly placed on I6, assuming darklings start I5, you know.
Right, and I'm now winding that back and saying in a world where, you know, darklings are I5 and E3 and D5 or something. Swarmlings are D6 and D10. Like that, basically darklings. There's only 2 sets of adjacency: darklings and swarmlings here, and then dwarves and fakirs in the south. Is probably the most common opening. Yeah.
I just want to. Dwarves look fun, so I just want to bid them a bit. I don't have too much logic to this. Other than that, I'm curious to try them. I don't know if I'll play them still, but.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I played them in a Blitz tournament on yesterday, on Fire and Ice, and it did not go great. But I also didn't get to think about anything. There was a couple things that I liked about them. I think they were 30 faction by a good bit, but yeah, I mean, there's some stuff that I noticed that I was like, yeah, I would like to try that out without having no time to think.
Yeah, exactly.
I was always like, I mean, if I was like in this game too, I figured you're gonna bid on dwarves again. Not that it matters for this, but like if it was more a legit game, because like you bid them so early, so I figured you value them pretty high. So I can probably bid them safely, and you're probably gonna bid them back anyways. Like it probably doesn't matter. There's kind of a lot of like psychological things in the auction like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is fair. Although,
This is tough though. I don't know who the heck to bid on. Let's bid on a safe faction, I guess.
What's
Alright.
with
I
dwarves?
think that
What's the safe
yeah.
action?
I don't think the price is right, but I'm gonna take Fakirs.
All
Let's
right.
see what's up.
All right.
Yep, I was thinking of taking Fakirs next if someone bid me off Darklings.
I still think Swarmlings are such a good spot.
That's a lot of points. It depends how much cold competition there is too. Like that's always a big factor for Swarmlings, I think.
Yeah, you have dwarves to worry about because they have no other use for their priests. They can't advance shipping. They usually they sometimes advance digging, but most of their early priests just go like straight to the cults.
Yeah. Starting spots are interesting too. I'm trying to. I mean, usually you just place in the center without thinking, but I mean, I have other options here. I don't have to place in the center.
No.
You don't have to, but like
It gives Darklings a nice path if I don't. That's for sure. But there's also no other neighbors there, except for Fakirs who probably dig the center and give them a neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually with Swarmlings in this map, like you build your stronghold in the center, and you strand it there and build in other places. So
yeah,
I can
but you
really
don't
strand
have
it
to.
anywhere. Yeah,
You don't have to strand it this setup because you have access to
that's
C4
true.
and you can
Yeah.
get a town there.
That's true. That's pretty nice, isn't that?
That's why I liked a lot Swarmlings here because the path was like there was no direct hex pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think you convinced me. Yeah, I'll go center.
Sorry, chat, that I haven't been doing a great job of catching up. I've been trying to just like study the board as well and try to get an idea of game plans here. But I'm curious what people think. Who has the best deal here, based on the auction, and maybe you can do it like post opening placements. And then also the other thing I'll say, guys, is if you feel like you have extra headspace as well to like keep an eye in chat, so that because I'm sometimes bad at like remembering.
Yeah, I'm trying to respond. I responded quite a bit actually.
Cool.
I didn't even have the stream open, so it would probably help.
right?
Yeah, you can go to the Twitch channel and then just pop out the chat and then close the actual tab itself.
actual
and just
video.
just keep the chat open.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
So I see that you thought about giving me the center, and then you were like, "Nah, I don't want to do that. I'm not that nice."
Yeah, I
Fair.
debated it. If there were no other neighbors in the center somehow, I might consider doing that because it wouldn't be that good for you anyways. I guess I'll just go in the east.
So
Trying to.
George thinks I have a good deal on Darklings. George, straight up, what do I do with my second dwelling? After an entire season of Fire and Ice, and like I play Darklings a lot, as a lot of people do, I have no idea. I hate H8. D5 is good, but it's a trap. H3 I've done before, and everyone complains about it. Like, I don't really know. So someone tell me.
I5.
The thing about I5 that I absolutely don't like here is if it were nomads and I'd have a chance of digging I6 later when I have like a bunch of extra priests and I wasn't dealing with a jumping faction, gray fakirs that can just take G6 anytime they want, then sure. But like, or maybe, but seems kind of rough.
Well, actually with I5 you can dig up though through the blue and the green. They shouldn't. Maybe dwarves take the green.
Well,
I guess.
That's what I mean. I have two jumping factions here. Fakirs can hop to
Yeah,
I6 and dwarves can hop
it's
to
a lot of
G6.
pressure.
You can also go like from the blue to the dwarves like the red above.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
again, you also don't have the town up there too. That's the other thing. It depends if you want the leech. How badly you want the leech, I guess.
Well, I'll leech.
Well, he's getting leech from you, so
It's getting some
potentially from Fakir's me if I decide to go the digging route in the first round.
Yeah, I think I just upgrade in the center because I'm getting 2 upgrades from you, so that's some leech.
I just feel like I5 is a lot of pressure you put on yourself for no really good reason.
Yep.
Like your sanctuary is going to be on E3 no matter what, unless you upgrade I5, and then you need both H6 and G6 before dwarves, or I6 before I do. So it's a lot of racing.
Where else then? Like H3, like D5, you're never gonna get any neighbors up.
No.
Up at C2.
Yeah, you don't get them.
You just build out your worker economy at one ship, and then you have all these dwellings that you don't do anything with, and it involves a bridge and an expensive trading post. And I don't know. If Nerdcube was playing this game, he'd be obsessed with the North because he just wants to build worker economies and then pay for really expensive towns. But I'm not necessarily about that. Here's a crazy thought. Someone talked me out of it, but can I beat Fakirs to f4? And if so, is there a world where I go e7? There's no pressure from Swarmlings on e6. I then get to f5. It's not engineers. Engineers might double dig that blue. I mean, it's going to take me a while, and I actually get all those 4 hexes and then connect off one ship. It seems bad.
I would strongly advise you against it.
Okay.
I feel like dwarves might just take f5 on you, or maybe not. But again, it's a lot of pressure you're putting on yourself.
H8.
Fakirs almost have to have that as a connection hex. F4, right?
Not necessarily.
Well, I mean, yeah, they can go around the west, but
I can go north.
for them.
They're probably pretty safe around the west in this game, I think.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of pressure out there.
No color neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, often that's an important hex for them though. F4.
F4 is more important for Darklings than for Fakirs, in my opinion. But
if your Darklings you lose E4, then does F4 really matter? Maybe it's still useful.
The other option
Yes,
is
and
H3. I mean, I could first action dig H4 if I didn't want to send my priest to a cult. And then...
that's also the thing, that Priest to Earth is so juicy.
Is it?
You get so much out of that.
I get a spade, but I get a spade out of the priest anyhow, and so it's just a spade. It's just trading 2 VP for 2 coins in 2 rounds, and then some coins later.
It's
Coins
not
later,
mandatory. It's not mandatory. It's just like if you don't take it, someone else is gonna do it. So it's that trade that you have to think about. But it's not game breaking if you don't get it. You'll still get plenty of coins and you'll be fine. It's just like what do you think your first round looks like, and where sometimes what I think about is like, what am I aiming for, and how can I do it the more stress-free possible?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to put myself in a position where I need to take 2 hexes immediately before 2 other factions take it, and then like I wouldn't mind you starting I5. For me, it's great. We'll triple upgrade and Swarmlings get no leech. That's all fine by me. But for you, I don't know if it's good.
Honestly, if I were Darklings, I think I'd start I5. I think I'd go for it. Okay, nice.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
So here, I think that signals to me that Aaron kind of wants to dig H4 soon to get in on the party, or he doesn't want to leave me that.
No, or I want someone else to take single dig.
Yeah. So I think this is weird because
it's not great, but
I think I'm gonna have to take worker power to go in on D7, or not. No, I don't need that. I think I'll just take the priest.
Okay. Barnwall.
I was considering digging if you weren't on H3, but
it's so hard to pass up Stronghold Sanctuary past as Swarmlings. It's just such a good tile for them.
Yeah.
Yet he's not taking it.
I think I really want you to take it because it puts less pressure on the worker action. Because I don't think Fakirs are going double temple here because they don't have a neighbor. Dwarves probably just want spades. I forget Swarmling's math, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But I feel like if you don't take that big building bonus, that maybe there's more pressure on worker action. I could be completely with lunch there.
He doesn't really need workers if he takes that. It's if he has like really ambitious dreams of Sanctuary plus Stronghold opening, that he definitely needs
workers.
The 2 workers, and he needs the 7 coins.
Okay.
It's not happening here, but
yeah, I don't think there's any way I have enough leech for that. I just have to think, I guess. Like, I guess the question is like, how important is a double dig for me, and like denying it to their players.
Well, who else is
but
getting
especially with the dwarves, if I don't take worker 3 power, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
probably.
maybe I can still beat them to it.
Well, if I first action
We'll see.
dig H4,
I have to do the math.
maybe I upgrade down there. I
Yeah.
don't actually know.
But in a round 4 dig round, I'm just gonna take all the workers I can get, I think. And there's 4 points for that tile, so it's always good.
I think for me here, 6 coins are better. I always tend to go. Yeah, so if I don't take H4 right now, what's going to happen? Dwarves will upgrade on H5. The Cures don't have enough power. So I can be greedy and upgrade on E3 first for a bit more leech before I take it. But I might actually just want the free power from you guys. I'm not entirely sure. Curious what you guys think. If I should have... I think I would have been able to take that second move, so I'm interested if people think I should have upgraded on E3 first for more leech. But this is more leech, so
I think that this way is more leech than
right,
than the other way.
right.
But now you kind of have to you have to have the 2 workers, which you will have. Like no one
Yeah,
really wants them, so you're okay.
I'm
It's
okay.
fine.
So honestly, if you hadn't done that, I was thinking pretty heavily about jumping, digging D7. Now that is bad, I feel like. I kind of wanted to do it. It seemed fun, but now it's bad.
To do what?
To jump to D7?
Oh, it's super good, but
That would've-
it's I don't know. I think you just want double dig is my thought, even if it comes at the cost of D7.
I think if you
know.
don't do that, I think if you hadn't done that, I think I would do it. But if
Yes.
now that you're a neighbor, like now that you're probably gonna upgrade there, I'm guessing. I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't really
Yeah,
know
that's a
either.
nice. That's a yeah.
I was planning on being friends with Barnawal because it's his first time on my stream, but now am I friends
That
with
sounds
everyone in the
perfect.
south?
Perfect.
Looks like you're not.
Yeah, I'm all stranded now in the center myself. Maybe I should have started in the south instead of the center. I don't know.
Well,
But I don't know how big of a deal because Smoling's not get leech anyways. In general, it's usually not that big of a deal.
I mean, that's such a big change, though, isn't it? Like that's the thing. If you don't do that, I jump to D7, and then all of a sudden the leech party's there, isn't it? Because then everybody
Yeah,
center then.
I guess so.
I-
That would have been a big swing for sure.
all right, let's do it.
It's also like it's always like a note for anyone else watching. Like anytime there's Swamlings in the game, there's never a rush for Earth 1 because Swamlings are always building the stronghold first. But like that's why I kind of like webberaj could like dig that hex first turn in the south and not worry. I don't know if you want Earth 1, but if you do, you don't have to worry about it, which is always kind of like nice. It's like relaxing in a way.
On Fire and Ice, I tend to prioritize hexes more because, yeah, like digging that, or if I had a chance to like first action dig D6, there's a few hexes on this map that I would always prefer over Earth 1, I think. Just because your game can get pretty bad pretty quickly if you don't secure hexes on Fire and Ice. The same is definitely true with lakes, but so
Yeah, that's a good point.
CH, do you do a funny thing like double dig D7 and E4? Doing like, tunneling with your second spade?
Interesting. I was thinking I was just gonna double dig G5 and E4 and not build, but
Not
the
build.
jump
Okay.
right.
I
Not
see.
build.
I see something a lot meaner, but okay.
Oh, you could double dig G4.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Wow.
Okay, so here's a thought. As opposed to me suggesting that CH hurt Fadi, and then Fadi say no hurt Aaron, what is actually the best move?
The best move might be
Probably not tunneling. It seems, well, I don't know. It seems cool, but
no, maybe G6 and E4 makes sense, like the 2 greens, 'cause that way you connect for sure, and you can still form a sanctuary town. No one is threatening the red G5, so
yeah.
like otherwise that connection gets tricky really really quickly. If you want to just, for some reason, if we thought Darklings had way too good of a deal in the auction, I would hurt them by going G4, but I don't think that's necessary. I don't know. That's what I think about it.
Right. If you go G5, E4, you can get a temple and you have a worker left. If you do a tunnel, then you have to not build a temple or leave an empty gray on the board, which is fine. I mean, I'm sure it's safe, but it's just like a little awkward.
Feels weird. Yeah.
A little awkward economically speaking to like spend power on spades and not use it to. So I don't know.
How much pressure is G6 under? That's the thing. I think I'll probably do G5 and E4 because G6, yeah, I mean, Darklings would want it if they can get it, but it's not critical to them.
Exactly.
F4 is more important, even if they had chipping.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, what's that?
So you prefer not tunneling right now and just like upping your worker count?
I
which
like this. I
makes
mean,
sense. Yeah.
you know, G6
Of
is
course,
under.
Aaron likes this, but
Well, I mean, I like it in a sense that I think I would do it as Darklings. So because G6 is under threat by me when I get to one chip and have 2 extra priests that I don't want to use on G4 and other things. So it feels kind of far away from me to be affording G6. I don't know. There's no temp ship in the game. Like that, it's 3 priests. But yeah. I'm assuming if we had clocks on that they'd all be down to 0. So I think we now, as it hits our turn, we have an imaginary 34 seconds or 41 seconds, whatever, on our clock.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Actually, no. Now that I kind of see it, it's like it is tougher for me not getting any leech this round, especially going to round 4 dig round. Like I do want those resources to kind of be able to use here. I have to figure out exactly a way to work.
I'll be right back, guys. 1 second, I gotta get a power card.
Okay.
we're left holding down the fort.
Yeah. Who wants to take the lead?
So
Let's say this looks about like as good as you can get for dwarves to start in this map. I feel like getting the double dig, getting a lot of leech, getting like you have no color neighbors, so you have a fair amount of space.
just
this
as
is.
I planned.
Yep.
It's perfect.
Sorry about that. I'm just
No problem.
taking workers here.
Went for the power. Nice.
Yeah, air
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, there's no spades
always-
in the game.
Yeah.
There's so I'd rather have that than the extra worker. I think. Yeah, I just generally like air 2 with fakirs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. They just need to find a way to get spades in general.
My game
Yeah,
plan
the
here.
power you-
Sorry, go ahead, guys.
Yeah, the thing is you don't need a lot of spades, but you need them early, and not having them hurts. So I feel that's my way of thinking about that. I'm gonna place a dwelling, and I'm gonna have like decent amount of workers, not infinite, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like what's lacking is power. Even though I'm getting a lot of leech, I just want more. So.
Well, it's always hard without with the landscape with fakirs that you just need power and workers really. Like without the landscape, all of a sudden you need coins too. So like Fire 1's always a consideration too. But I think air 2 makes more sense than Fire 1 here. But it's it's tough as fakirs because you want everything, everything economically.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like my question here is: do I build the temple or not? I know it's a temple round next round, but the priest would be nice to have his income.
Yeah.
And if you want,
Oh.
if you want to Earth 1 block me, you can, because I had the power for coins, which obviously I was taking.
Well, no one is Earth 1 right now, so anyone.
Oh.
There's absolutely no rush for it. Usually I'd look at that as well too. Although I don't know, as Fleming's here, I don't know if I want to play a big expansive game at all. Well, even if I don't, Earth 1 could still be useful.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always like a bit of a tough decision at this point. I don't know. Yeah, I'd rather have the 2 power and 2 coins income or the priest income. Like it's a tough decision.
Yeah, I never know with Swarmlings. I think if you can open Stronghold Trading Post 2 dwellings, that's definitely better using your power for double dig than just getting a temple out. But if it's down between getting a temple or single spade, it's pretty unclear to me.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I might just go full greedy with the points, and just pass here. I'm
Really?
tempted at least,
Oh
and not build
no.
the temple. I'm tempted. I mean, I want the economy to advance sticking around 4-2. I don't know.
Huh.
I mean, it's
It's a really tough decision.
and then you can go start first and
Wait, what about priest? What's wrong with
double
What's
dig,
wrong
right?
with?
Well, I can take a priest. I want double dig next round.
Yeah,
I don't think I can get both, as far as I can tell.
I was.
No, it's only one power bonus too. Unless I get some leech, but I don't think it's happening. Yeah, this is like definitely like a decision where either one can be a mistake, I think. But I might. Well, I guess I should look to see if any of you guys are about to pass. It's always can help too.
I think Fatty passes here and gets double dig next
Okay.
turn if you don't,
Yeah, if you don't.
Yeah, that's another consideration.
which I think was
I think
definitely
the double dig is probably too important for me.
fair enough.
So I'll pass without it.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely not the dream forming start. That's for sure.
it's all good. I generally don't build the temple in round one if I'd rather have the coin income from the TP and go straight to sanctuary if I can in round two. But now the track doesn't really say that, so I guess the double digs, placing down some dwellings, just the temple, and then the sanctuary after is also good.
Yeah,
Now I feel like I have to take D7 now, otherwise like dwarves are still getting some power and I can't really risk them.
Right.
I don't like taking single dig in round one. I think everyone hates it, but
yeah, it always feels kind of like disappointing to have to take single dig.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, to be fair, I was definitely considering putting the spade there.
yeah, I
Or
know.
cult spade, so yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
because
not-
you have a cult spade also, so I kind of have to do it.
yeah.
Hey, leech.
There you go.
Sweet.
Who would have thought?
If I
also-
planned for that, I
Just waiting till you passed.
could.
I didn't wait until you passed. I thought of passing myself. That's the thing. But then again, the cult spade, it would have been bad to pass, I think, without digging.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think so too. You would have been tough for spades.
I think I'm going Earth 2 here. I tend to very rarely do it, but I started on coins. I got a 7 coin action, and I think I'm probably going double temple into Sanctuary just so I can hit the track better. Unless someone, and I won't spend too much time on this decision because I'm trying to speed this up, unless someone gives me the big building bonus next turn, then I'd be happy with Fire 1 Sanctuary and just build away from the track. So what's going on here? So dwarves pass next for possibly the workers. Or does he want or 5 cult coins? Seems possible. And then so there's a chance I do get that. I think either way. Yeah, let's go Earth 2. See what happens.
Yeah, Earth 2 makes sense. If you want to do another temple, you need 5 workers.
Yeah, and it's just really rough going
Yeah.
double temple. It hits the track nicely, but it's that extra dwelling that it takes off the board is pretty significant
All
early.
right. So I think I'm gonna pass for cult coin because I'm looking for a second temple. And there's no landscape, so I need as many coins as I can get.
Cool. So do I just take a priest here, which I can't do a ton with? I can send it. So no one sent a priest to a cult. That's pretty fun. That's interesting.
Yeah, all that talk about the cults being good, and they're barren.
Yeah.
Right.
I started with a priest. Fatty started with a priest. No one. We didn't use either of ours. And then no one took
jumped,
action
yeah.
too. Yeah. You jumped. I dug. No one took action too. Worker power. Do I want the extra worker here? I'm just gonna pass first of all, and then what are we doing here? An extra priest. The reason, like, I could send it to a cult actually for a couple extra coins, like send it to air for a couple extra coins and a worker, or maybe I still get earth for some strange reason. It is worth a couple extra coins. Otherwise, I just take worker power. The power probably doesn't do a ton for me next turn. And I need 5 workers for a temple or sanctuary and which I have.
Dueling.
Yeah, so let's just go with a priest. I don't know.
Yeah, I like the priest.
Can't be
Nothing
that bad for Darklings.
Nothing against the priest.
If you do end up going like, let's say you do go double temple and sanctuary round 3, that also like feeds really nicely in round 4 digs. I don't know if it's all possible for you to do that, but like yeah, that works really well at the track at least.
Yeah, it's a bunch of priest income.
Yeah.
So the question here is, theoretically there's no rush for a double dig, unless Fadi gets power somehow, which you can get. Well, I like assuming Darklings don't build their sanctuary, he's not getting a ton of power. But that's a tough assumption to make too.
He could get double dig if Dwarves and I are both building a temple this... Well, it doesn't look like CH is, so never mind. I was thinking that if CH upgrades E4 and I go E3, because for some reason I want my other temple there, then he would have enough. Oh no, I go.
I don't have
him.
tempo.
Never
I don't
mind.
have tempo regardless. He's gonna see it coming.
Yeah. Never mind.
I'm not getting leech like this round. I think you can be greedy taking whatever else you want to do.
Yeah.
Like Earth 1. I don't know.
I was thinking of taking a priest action, but I don't know if there's a huge rush for that either. Maybe Fatty would take one.
I might take a priest. Yeah.
Because I mean, especially not having the temple round 1, I'd like a priest now to kind of make up for that. They'll be useful down the road. I won't take too long thinking about this.
No.
I'll try not to.
It's hard. I know it is. It is hard for sure to not want to chat through every little thing on stream, but
yeah, it is. Okay, if I was gonna double dig, I'd probably do it there.
What you guys can't see that I can is a timer that says how long I've been alive. I look at that and I'm like, oh my god. I've been alive for 58 minutes and we just started round 2. That's why I'm.
Yeah.
A lot of it was
auction and we were
auction.
Yeah, for sure. But
the actual game will go smoother.
It will.
Yeah.
If barnawal decides if he wants double digs or not.
Yeah, I'll risk it, I guess, to a priest. Get greedy.
All right. Yeah, that's enough power for double digs, and I'm gonna follow suit. Take the other spot.
Yeah, I figured that'd be gone, but I was like, if I could somehow get a priest in 3 spot air, that would be pretty amazing.
What do I do here? I think. Do I actually just want my temple on G4 so I can town up earlier? Am I doing anything with E3? Maybe Fakirs give me E2 eventually, but yeah, they might. Probably not.
Yeah, that's tough to thread. Maybe I don't think engineers want it that bad.
I think I'm gonna take this. It probably wouldn't happen, and I don't want to sit here and unpack it. But like, in some games, there's a chance that like single dig comes back to CH and he double digs that or something. I don't know, with his 8 workers.
Yeah, because he has 8 workers.
He hard digs it. So I'll do this and then figure out where I'm putting my temple. No, I don't want to become famous. What's going on here? How do I delete that? I'm already famous. There's 14 viewers here. What are we talking about? I can't delete that because I don't know how to do it. Okay.
Now, question for me is, do I want Earth 1 or not? I'm tempted to deny it from someone. I don't know. I mean, I'll probably want to do a Sanctuary next round 3. I might want to do Air 1 to get the cult step for the worker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is Earth 1 or Water 1, I guess, is the big question. Well, there's probably no rush to build a dueling anyways. I could probably just wait and think about it. Because I don't think there's any way CH will double dig my... No, he can't double dig. I still get double dig, so he's not going to take that X.
Those bloody bots, George.
Yeah.
But no.
Figure it out later.
Yeah. Put off the decision.
I do that a lot, yeah. Just, I don't know. Just try to delay. Try to think about it.
I'm just rushing to make sure I get Earth 1 since Tennis took the coins. I have tempo on this now.
I think here...
Unless he builds a Sanctuary, question mark. He has the Sanctuary bonus style.
Maybe
That's why you take the coins, yeah.
So for expediency, I'm just going to do this and then tell me what you think afterwards. I'm going to go double temple here. Well, I was definitely going double temple. Even if it locks me out of Earth 1, it's like 9 points better. So to go this route.
Look at all that juicy leech for dwarves.
Yeah,
That looks so nice.
I'm giving Ben 6 power, so
Yeah, very, very friendly.
it's very friendly.
As
So
opposed to our Division 5 games where you're
I,
taking my heck while I'm last.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Canadians are sorry.
Yeah.
Always sorry. I'll go Earth One. I don't know if it's a good decision or not, but I'll just take it.
Yeah, Earth One makes
I don't
sense.
think it's a huge difference between that and Water One. Earth One gives you more flexibility as Swarmlings too.
It's not a huge. The way I see it is Earth One. In sometimes if you plan on digging more than usual,
Yeah.
it's basically a wash with Air One, and you deny someone that scores a lot more with Earth One than Air One. So I think you still get Water One with the Sanctuary, um,
Right.
or you take Air One. It depends what you want to do, but like they're they're all interchangeable in some way, and that's what I've realized by playing a bit more Swarmlings recently.
Yeah, I think so too. And you always have the option of taking Water One and Air One later too to get all 3 favors potentially.
Yeah,
If you want to
that's
play
all.
down on that route, like gives you
Yeah.
a bit more options there.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Hey.
gonna build another temple, but I do want Earth 1.
Oh wow.
Spicy.
Yeah, me too. So I like that Aaron went with the double temple because it's longer.
It is longer.
Hey, Leech.
Leech.
So do I send my priest off to a cult this turn? That's what I don't know. I mean, there's not a huge pressure. I mean, I guess like that late water spade isn't interesting. So do I just send it off for 2 power and 2 coins now and 2 coins later? Sending a Darkling's priest to a 2 spot never seems amazing, especially when there's a dig round later. Taking a 3 spot on fire because I'm going to go fire 1 here. Like I'm leaning towards not using it at all and just saving it for digs. But I'm curious.
Yeah, I'd save it too, but you might want to consider maybe like where are you digging?
I mean,
Like you'll have a bunch of priests in round 4. You maybe you'll have advanced shipping or something by
Yeah.
that time.
AJE8 says priest to earth for coins and more coins. Darklings and Farklings?
Dakirs and Farklings.
Oh, Dakirs and Far. Okay.
Farklings.
You taking that glorious single spade again, Fatty?
No, I think I'm right. I'm just gonna pass this time, because I feel like I feel like you guys are pretty much done with your turns.
Mm-hmm.
Except for barnawal, but I feel like dwarves might pass here, or I don't know, but I just don't want to risk losing 2 spades. I kind of need them,
Right.
so
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
I'm just gonna pass and take 7 coins on the tile. And
Fair
that
enough.
cult step doesn't give me much.
If you don't pass, I would definitely consider it.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, I can't really build my sanctuary, which I would have liked just for point scoring, but I need more dwellings on the board. Oh fuck! Sorry, I forgot to convert my power. I'm overproducing.
Nah, streaming things or
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
wouldn't happen in a regular game.
100%.
I don't think it would, no, but yeah.
So I have a bit of an awkward decision. I can pass now for the dwelling scoring and 4 coins and open with a 7 coin action, which seems good. And then I build a sanctuary and I'm out of workers. So then I take a worker town and... Oh no, I wouldn't have a town. I don't... Yeah, I wouldn't have a town yet. So I couldn't
Well,
even
you
take
would
a
with a
town.
dwelling,
But I don't have enough for that. So the other
Exactly.
option is that I get rid of my priest now, mainly to stay in the round. I probably don't get a coins action, but then Barnwall does build a dwelling, and you still have at least 1 turn, if not 2. And then I probably get dwarves pass tile, maybe. That's what I'd love, but I don't know if... What else does Ben have to do? He has a ton of power. If you want to dig, probably. Maybe he's tunneling and digging. So I probably don't get it. And then I'm just down a priest next turn. I think it's worth giving it a shot. We'll try this. I hate this, by the way. So bad. I really don't like I don't like sending that priest at all. It's so gross.
It's always painful putting your priest in 2 spots as Darklings. Like, something about it just never feels good.
Especially not when, like, dwarves are already at the 8 spot, and I'm not even going to get second place. Like, barnawal, you're just going to take 2 keys. So, like, that's... I don't know. I guess I'm trading 2 points for 2 points, and the utility of a dig for 4 coins and 2 power, so it's fine. I don't know why it bothers me so much.
Yeah, it's a lot of coins, though.
It is.
Like, it's...
Just seems so wrong.
It's... Either way, it feels bad, probably. Yeah, I'm curious what like CH is doing here. You could be crazy and do another temple even. I mean, it might be a little nuts, but like
Me?
there's like some routes it could go. No, yeah, like dwarves. With the
so
worker action, and you have to convert worker to coin. Like, I don't know if it's worth it. Probably not. But like, you have so much leeches. All of a sudden, there's just so many possibilities.
I think what I'm doing here is taking a worker's action to try to stay in the round, and then if I have to pass for dwelling scoring, that gives me enough workers to actually build a 3rd dwelling and get a town. Yeah. And if not, then I just stay in the round, but I still have enough. Yeah, anyhow, I think this is good either way. I think I'm fine here with getting CH's pass tile, or if for some reason you don't pass, because there's something that you're going to do, CH, that I'm not seeing, then yeah, I'll get the dwelling scoring, and I think either are kind of fine here.
I think I will. I mean, I think I'm gonna do the single dig for no good reason on F5, but no, I don't know about that at all. Actually, I was thinking. Honestly, I was planning on taking the workers.
Yeah.
Probably to jump. Although Barnawal was tempting me with that second temple.
Don't get in your head.
Yeah.
It's all your power that goes into that temple, so it's got to be worth it.
It has to be worth it, no question.
If you do it, it has to be worth it. Otherwise,
right?
I mean, this is the time to try something crazy.
Yeah, it is. I don't know.
Yes.
I hear clicking. Yeah, okay.
Awesome.
This is weird.
What are you taking
I'm losing
here?
so much power. Yeah, what are you taking?
You can take Air 2. Okay, you're getting work next round with that.
Air 2?
And the power, of course. I mean, you're not taking Water 1, are you? Water 1 feels really greedy to take right now.
It's a lot. A sanctuary, not in a sanctuary round for Earth 1 into another temp. I don't know. Yeah, it is a lot. Okay, so I'm
nice.
done stuff. I'm just going to pass and fine with this. This seems good.
I mean, obviously, I really want to delay for that bonus tile. I just want to make sure I can get my sanctuary up if I build a dwelling here.
That's the tricky part.
Yeah, because it's a lot of resources. 4 coins. Yeah, I could. I'm pretty sure. Well, if I have to convert worker to coins at the end of the world, I don't think I do, but I mean that's no. I guess I should have said it, but I've definitely been eyeing up towards pass tile. Not that anything affected that I did, but I'm like, it makes such a huge difference for Swarmlings to get that big building pass tile. It's massive for them.
Yeah, it's basically double your normal worker production.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, double that. 8 points going into a dig round too, where the workers will be useful.
Yep.
If I have their economy advanced dig, I don't know.
Yeah, Rainier is saying in chat that you would need to build the dwelling next round anyhow, so you can use your TP action.
Yeah.
But building the dwelling now, like you spend 2 workers to gain back 1, so I feel like with Swarmlings I like to never build dwellings unless I have to.
Right.
Because basically you lose a worker doing so, but...
That's true. Yeah, the only thing I'd do is burn power for that. So it's not like I'd do like a worker conversion or anything like that too.
Looks like you have enough though, so you're good.
Yeah, it should be fine. It worked out. That was, I think, kind of lucky because I think I was lucky. Probably the most likely thing there was Darklings after like you delayed a bit to get on that fast tile probably. But that was like the double temple thing definitely helped me as well. Not that that's why I suggested it. I wasn't I wasn't going crazy, but I can't wait to see how this double temple the dwarves game goes.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was bad after doing it. I don't love it.
So just quickly, my big plan here is I'm going to Sanctuary for Water 1. I'm then going to double dig to get a dwelling out to town up and then take a ship town. G2 and F3 are both double digs for me. If I double dig F3, then a ship town, if I take it this round, allows me to get another dwelling out on D5 before Swarmlings have any ideas of mucking this stuff up for me, which seems good. So I think what I actually do is I just do that now on the off chance that CH takes single dig and hops over here. So therefore my first action is just doing this.
Yeah.
And then it's a Sanctuary for Water 1.
F3, but I think that's better.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a nice looking Darklings economy. Look at all those resources.
Yeah, it's good. And I don't think I get Water 1 blocked, but that would be a problem.
I think I'm taking.
No, there's no way dwarves can take it.
Yeah, I'm not taking it either. Obviously, since I went the double dig route.
Yeah.
I could have taken workers and built this sanctuary for it, but felt risky if I don't get spades in round 4 as well for some reason. That's gonna hurt.
So for some miracle you wouldn't take coins.
Yeah,
That makes a lot of sense.
I don't necessarily need them that bad, but I mean, I do kind of. But
well, I guess there is a rush. Well, I guess the Darklings can be beat in the 2-key town if you want, which is actually that's interesting. Well, you said you were just talking about taking a ship town, but like, there's nothing I could do about that anyways. If you wanted to be beat in the 2-key town, you could.
Me? Take a 2-key town?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you probably wouldn't, but
the reason I don't like 2-key town as Darklings is because I really hate sending my priests to cults, and 2-key towns are useless unless you're willing to back it up with priest production and defend your position. Like getting 2 spots on a cult is only good if you're willing to toss priests at it to actually win them, which I'm not. Like I can take the 2-key town and then just chill, but I'm not gonna like follow that up with like in a round 4 dig round with taking a bunch of 3 spots on cults. Like I don't know. It just seems weird. I'll take a single cult step, for sure. Probably my next town or something. But
no, that's true. If you like, I mean, the economy from the 2-key town is nice, but yeah, I agree. I think as you said, like if you're not gonna put priest, like you can get more economy out of a coin town or something if you really wanted to. Yeah, I'm just trying to. I guess. I mean, I'd want air 1. I don't think there's any rush for water 1 now with the way dwarves like played so far. Like when are they getting water 1? It's not gonna be for a long time. So I think I can just do air 1 this round. Get the extra worker from it.
Yeah.
I thought you'd take one of those 3 spots, seeing as dwarves have 2 open priests.
Yeah, I'm getting a little greedy with them, or a little not greedy, but a little dicey, kind of leaving them hanging.
You're leaving them hanging. Yeah. All right. I'll just continue building dwellings.
Just on the chat, 2-key town plus Earth 3. That's the move for Darklings.
Yeah, I
don't listen to George. He opened double temple nomads with water 2 in our PM, and he tied me for second. That was a great game, by the way. Like if you guys want to watch that, replay through you can go on my profile or George's. It was a sick game.
I'll have to see that. I haven't seen it yet.
Quick question for you guys. I can actually get 2 more dwellings out this turn. My plan was just Sanctuary, Water 1, Ship Town, D5, and then pass for something probably. If I took a priest right now, which seems a little weird because my power actions, I would have taken 2 worker actions and a priest action with only 1 coin action, so that feels awkward. But if I took a priest action right now, I'd have enough coins with no more leech to go D5 and then either B3 or C3. So it allows me to score slightly more dwellings when I have an opportunity to do so. but
Yeah,
it's.
I like that.
Do you like it, or is it spending power not on coins, which seems wrong?
I mean, you have 15 coins. You're gonna
Yeah, but
produce 3 coins. There's a bunch of coins in the pastile.
Alright.
Next round is a digging round. Like, how many coins do you actually need? And you're gonna get 5 back from the Earth Cult.
fair enough.
Uh,
I'm just
like
pretty-
I feel like people sometimes go like they think a bit uh, they think a bit too much about what's normally the correct thing and not what's the correct thing right now.
Yes, yeah, fair enough.
Like
Mhm.
this is definitely not a normal Darkling start. Like you build 2 temples and the sanctuary after, and it's not the order you typically recommend, but like so what? Like the priest here is better. The priest here is better than just
Right.
like
And
saving your power.
and I guess I'm taking a ship town, which is kind of like a coin town, so that's I don't know. I can justify it. It's a few extra coins.
I do.
I
I
might
like
get-
this better for you. Right? I hate
Might
the
get-
2 for you.
Yeah.
I guess so.
So what's your game plan for the rest of the turn, Barnawal?
I mean, I'm like, honestly, I'm really thinking about throwing that 3 spot and just sending a priest to air and just maximizing workers here going to dig round. I mean, dwarves only have so much power anyways with sending priest to cults. I mean, they have a lot of temples and stuff up, but I'm going to Tukey Town again. Again, assuming you don't want it, which as you said you don't. But like, if I wasn't playing you, I might not know that.
Right.
Yeah, if you were-
I mean, if I was playing a lower level player, they might take it. Like, it depends who I'm playing here, I think.
Right.
If we were not like so open about it, you would have secured that town.
Yeah,
Your
I
move
would've-
would be securing that now.
Yeah, I'd be more protective of it. Now I can send a priest to air first. I don't have to burn a power. I don't know how big. It's not that big of
Right.
a deal, really. I might do that. I'm gonna get greedy and just go priest to air.
Okay.
Give
You're
him that.
attacking
Yeah,
my only cult.
I am. Yeah, look at your points. You're in the lead. You're a threat. I mean, I kind of say that. I think it's true. I think you have a pretty good game going.
I'm just gonna connect right now and like get this over with, so I don't have to think about it anymore.
Yeah, that's nice. That's always nice. Don't have to stress.
Oh, come on, you couldn't be a pal, Aaron.
No, I don't think so. What am I doing? Ship down. I've been known to click the wrong things, so I'm like really double checking I'm doing this right. I'm so bad. The reason I don't like landscapes is the number of times I've placed the landscape in the wrong spot, and the other people at the table have been like, "What?" Is kind of.
I remember one game in particular.
Yeah. What if I threw the dwarves landscape over here where it doesn't help me connect?
And that adjacent spot next to me.
Yeah, for free power and silly.
All right. Boring old Tukey Town.
Your round is annoyingly long for me, Aaron, because I kind of wanted your pass style, but like there was no way I had enough actions to actually stall you. So I just don't really know what the rest of my game looks like. I guess I'm just taking coins again. Like I don't need that many digs. Let's see. So I have 9 workers. So at worst, I'd do a hard dig if something like truly weird was gonna happen. I kind of want a town too, so it's tough. I want to do everything at once. I feel like this is like normal TM things. Like you want everything to happen now.
Yep.
Yeah. It's hard to get out of that mindset a lot of the time.
So I could still I can't pass for double digs, which is a shame.
It's always like an interesting thing about fakers too. Is like fakers pass early a lot because like their rounds are usually really fast. It's always easy to forget about that.
Yeah, for sure. So what?
And the TP pass style doesn't do much for me. So maybe I just take an extra priest.
Or do you
or an
need? Do you want the coins?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna. Well, I can take the coin power action. I don't know if I
Oh,
need 5 coins on top of it. Maybe.
I mean,
Yeah, let's go coin.
so I'm building this dwelling now. Then the question becomes, if I dig and build this round, like I get a point for the dwelling, but I'm losing 2 points from the dig for next round, so I'm effectively trading a point for a worker.
Yeah.
What are your guys' thoughts based on my current position of trading a point for a worker? The slight benefit is I can, I guess, maybe annoy Barnwall a little bit with taking C3. Oh yeah.
And Barnawal has been properly annoyed.
Yeah, that's painful for me too. Ooh, yeah.
I don't
also
think you
really
need to. I don't think you need to annoy Barnawal anymore. It doesn't have to
I'm really,
factor in your decision.
I'm really low on coins too, so advancing dig next round. I mean that leech helped actually, but I don't know if I love my position that much.
I mean, the other consideration for me is also just going to be passing tempo. I haven't actually looked at what I want to pass for. I mean, the big building bonus seems good, but yeah.
The priest is just another straight up 4 points.
Oh, that's true. So the big building bonus is 4 points and 2 workers. The priest is 4 points and a coin and the utility of a dig. So they're both pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, George brings up a great point. I would need a worker to get the worker.
Yeah.
These are the really dumb things that happen on a stream. If anyone's wondering what the difference is between playing on your couch by yourself and trying to stream Terra Mystica, it's that.
Very different.
Yeah. Thank you, George. I need a worker for a worker. That's helpful.
That's kind of the way of the investment happen. You need some money to make some money.
Right. You need money to make money. I understand how the game works now.
This is a tough decision for me because like I really want trading post pass, but I also really need the coins and the 6 coins. Don't normally the swarms don't think about it too much, but this is annoying.
If you want to upgrade digs, you need the coins. Is that the idea?
I mean, I could upgrade digs and build. I probably have just enough coins, but I wouldn't have enough coins to upgrade ship if I wanted to dig out in the northeast.
I see.
Kind of up there. I could maybe dig across there, but you have shipping now. You can beat me to that brown hex.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty awkward. I might just have to bite the bullet and take coins, I think.
And so just so I understand, what you want to do here is have enough resources to upgrade digs twice next round and upgrade shipping once in a perfect world so that you can dig out B7 and B8, basically.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Right.
I'd like to kind of like prep that town for myself. That'd be really nice. I won't take too much longer here. I need practice playing faster anyways. I say that now. I'm still thinking.
You'd also need a priest.
I'll get greedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd also need a priest, an extra priest to advance digs twice and advance ship.
Oh, that's a good point too. Yeah.
14 coins, and that's a lot.
Yeah, normally it's not a big deal for swarms, but yeah, definitely starting to see the effects. Well, I got some decent leech later on. I was gonna say I see the effects of not getting good early leech, but it's starting to come.
I mean, without shipping, you upgrade digs or trying to dig out E2 and C3? Or what's the goal with upgrading digging without shipping?
Honestly, I might just score points and play really tall.
So like
might just do a pure point game.
Sorry, I'm using the hex names and you don't have them up.
I see the like the red and the brown in the center you're talking about, right?
Yes.
That could be nice in theory. I mean,
still need another one.
Yeah, I'd also need B5, which you probably would take on me anyways. But I might just strand that stronghold there. It's okay. I think I can still get a lot of points. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely. Oh, I'm curious about who do you guys think's in the best spot right now? Does anyone have a strong opinion?
It's tough to call, but like Darklings have a lot of potential still.
I'm trying to
think I'm doing fairly good.
Trying to
Yeah, I'd say Darklings and Fakirs probably. I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Gosh, I guess I'm just taking the priests. I think it's a little more flexible. I don't know. Part of my thought process there was like, I don't know where my digs are going next round, but they need to go somewhere where I'm going to end with some dwellings that can be upgraded to trading posts. Because what I really want to do is like, well, definitely build 3 trading posts in round 5, if not possibly 4. And I don't have a ton of neighbors because, well, it's Darklings on Fire and Ice. So, and I did the, you know, like the Northwest looks so nice, just economically speaking. But so just a few things that are going through my head, like, you know, I could triple dig E2 and then I have neighbors there, and then it eventually becomes a town if I dig D4 from Fakirs before they get there and I buy a bridge, like, or I dig E1 and D3 and go up there and wait for Fakirs to come and join me as a neighbor, but that's not going to happen by next round for trading posts. So it's a little awkward for me to know where I should be
Dwarves
putting...
might.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I mean, I was gonna say dwarves might join you up north at
Yeah.
some point. They're your neighbor.
Yeah, there
Which
is a
usually,
Yes.
I say usually you don't see it because you just don't see dwarves in this map. It might be a rare case where you might have a neighbor up north.
So Rainier says he does like having the E2 town eventually with the TPs, but doesn't think I should be digging it this round. So, I mean, dwarves can also just take it from me. But
I often see this town for Darklings, usually because the sanctuary is on E3, so like
For
you
sure.
triple dig E2 and bridge to D5.
I'm tempted to...
Why not? Yeah, why would he not dig it this round?
That's a good question.
Probably Rainier wants me just to build more stuff. Like, it's less hexes I can dig, but I can only get 3 dwellings out anyhow based on my current coin economy. So,
You could get 4 if you convert some workers.
Yeah, you'll likely get.
yeah,
You'll get 4 anyways. You could triple dig E2, dig B3.
Yeah, exactly. You have a bunch of spots where you can build a lot of dwellings for not a lot of digs. Like, but
I think I'm gonna... am I gonna do that?
that's another TP for next round, though. That's guaranteed.
I think what I want to do, though, is I'm going to take... just a second here. What's going on? Taking this first. Not entirely sure why, but it feels right.
You're taking that because people in the chat have
I haven't been
thought
paying
that I should
attention
have.
to taking the chat too often. I haven't really been looking in the chat, but I'm taking it because I think it bugs you.
Not really.
All right, fair enough. I was trying to bug you and I failed, so there you go. I felt like someone would want that. It just, yeah.
The thing is, I'm gonna get a range town eventually, so like
It's true.
I don't know. I don't know that I need like to be digging all this much, and I kind of like water 1 here as I want to score, and I don't want to. I needed the coins because otherwise, letting Swarmlings have the coins was a bit too good for them.
Right.
And it's also better for me in general because no landscapes. So you have to. I need both spades and coins, and like I need a lot of everything. I still think you can take E2 and
I think I probably will. I think I want both. It's possible that CH wants it. I'm not really sure. Probably just wants B5, but
yeah, probably going B5.
What I want, I think, is C3 and E2 this round, because then I have hexes to build trading posts, and then hopefully they're part of a town.
Instead, I'm curious for Darklings too. I was curious if you were gonna dig. What is it? Well, I don't know if it'd be worth it for you, but if you had an extra priest to dig G2 just to take from Fakirs, so it would be annoying for them at least. But it depends how good you think Fadi's position is, I guess, compared to yours. If you're in a pretty good spot, so you probably don't need to do it. But there's like another interesting option, I think.
Which option?
To take,
G2.
yeah, G2, or just to dig it once.
Eh,
So I mean, he'd probably get B5 anyways, so he could probably get around that side of the map. But
I
that could have been like an obstacle.
for sure. I
Uh, dwarves will probably take b5.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
there,
Actually, no. Another question here. Like, if you're a Swarmlings in this position, would you take any leech? Like, I have a 3 for 2. I don't know if I want to take it. I mean, I don't know if I need it.
Uh, yeah, it's about the time I don't. What are you doing it for?
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I learned the lesson of taking too much leech in the previous game. I don't think I have a great use for it here. 'Cause I don't think I'm going to build a lot, even though I have Earth 1. It doesn't really work very well. I'll decline it.
I think I secure my town now.
so Derange is saying so this round is probably fly b6 a9 for
Yeah, it
FadiB.
looks like that.
Right. Someone else mentioned that AJE that I should probably single dig d4 to brown. I think I can do that next turn because I assume you're getting a range town next turn by building 2 trading posts, and then from there it's 2 flights before you get to d4. So that's my justification for putting it off. And if I put the dig on b3, I can get another dwelling out, which just increases my worker production. Yeah, it's no landscapes.
Yeah, it's such an awkward spot.
I thought you might have taken the leech barnawal too, but it's only one more
Probably-
coin.
No, I'm thinking hindsight I should have. Yeah, that would have been nice. Now that I'm
Then
looking
grab
at
the
it,
priest and advance shipping.
Yeah, but now I'm a bit short of that. That would have been nice in hindsight. Because I want to build another dwelling down, but I don't really want to build it and upgrade the trading post. But I don't really want to do it below.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm regretting not taking that 3 for 2. I could convert workers, but it's painful.
Derange is really confused about your situation.
I'm confused too. This is not a great situation, that's for sure. Probably didn't play it the greatest. That actually looks pretty ridiculous on the board. You can do 1 town swarms.
4 structure swarmlings. It's the new meta.
4 structure swarmlings.
Just forget about those free TPs, you know?
Yeah.
Honestly, I could not use it this round, but I'm losing on 2 points.
What? Not use your stronghold action?
I've seen it done before.
That seems like heresy.
That
Especially
doesn't-
when you
I mean,
have you have air 1. Well, I guess it's no additional air 1 points, but you're sitting on the trading post pass tile, and it's just free stuff.
That's true, yeah.
But look at what he has to build in order to get that free stuff.
Exactly. It's all right. I need to calculate quickly here.
All right.
Oh, that's so painful to do, but I could do that. Let's see where this goes. See where this goes.
What else am I digging? I guess I would also like to get on a pass tile next round. Everyone has a bunch of stuff left to do. The Kiers probably have a flight, but might pass with the dwelling scoring. I don't really want the dwelling scoring because I'm building a bunch of trading posts next turn. All right, so I'll just dig B3 and go over there and see what happens.
Yeah, be chill.
Be chill.
No, bro. Yeah, am I interrupting the Canadian vibe? The chill Canadian vibe, sorry.
Are you planning on fencing digs, Ben?
No. I thought about it.
Oh, that would have been
That'd be
sick.
cool. Yeah.
I think there was a line where I build the stronghold in round 3 and then advance digs.
Mm-hmm.
And then just
Instead of
use-
the other temple, yeah.
Yeah. So some crazy stuff.
Yeah, that second temple round 2 really slowed you down, and you're still doing good. So
Oh, that is so nice.
I think I'm gonna fly once more, regardless of if I don't get the dwelling scoring tile.
Right. Because I guess it's like I just take.
I don't think that you want it that much. Like,
Well, except for like I'll probably take it because my options are taking. I mean, worker power seems pretty bad, so I can take 7 coins or 3 coins and probably 4 points next turn.
yeah, and I'm okay with if I pass right behind you for that, so I can grab it going into the last round.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So you would just jump onto the coins or something. Yeah. So I'm just gonna pass here for. I have exactly enough coins to get out 3 trading posts, and then dig d4 if you get too close to it, and then I have to secure a bridge in the final round, which is all pretty. Ugh. All right. Whatever. I'm over it. I'm just gonna do this.
That's yeah. Your position looks really good.
These cult fights are very unresolved. On fire and water,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
A lot of free cult points for anyone that wants to go for it.
I'm gonna use that cult step now that there's no rush for the points. I think I'll just put it to air because it gives me 2 power right now. Not that I'm. That's the only reason I'm doing it. It's not so that I want to threaten air or anything. Don't have it TP up, so I can't just like snipe. I could snipe air 3 at some point, but it's mostly for the immediate power.
But it's nice to have that threat up there.
Yeah, it's there. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I might as well get a digging.
yeah, get digging.
Yeah, do your digging.
Get
Chop,
a digging. I might just not build a trading post this round. Might not build dwelling. I might just use all the dig. I might go for it.
That's pretty spicy.
I just don't want to build dwelling.
Fair enough.
I think you can, yeah, I think you can forget the dwelling. You can just like, but like you won't have a lot of workers. But like, how many digs can you actually make that make sense? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can still keep 2 workers.
Yeah, exactly. Or just waste area 2 as digs. Just go like pure points.
Wait.
Which if I did that, I'd rather take water 1 than earth 1. But that's too late for that now.
How many digs can barnawal
That
do?
ship is sailed.
How many digs can barnawal do that makes sense? I thought it was just like b7, b8 was sort of the plan here.
I mean,
B9
really
makes
just
sense,
3.
but
B9 makes some sense. Yeah.
b9, I see. Yeah, makes sense.
like B7 and B8 for sure, but the other ones are basically for points.
That swarms you can kind of get away with that, just doing things for points, I think. But yeah, I'd rather have water 1. Earth 1 is not as good for that.
All right. Break back in 1 second.
Yeah,
Keep
sure.
talking to your turn.
All right, I think I'll do a TP. I'll still do a TP here for the tempo on the town, and on the off chance that tennis passes and leaves me a tile.
Yeah, I guess you want that tile, don't you? Like, I really want that pass tile, but I don't think there's any way I can get that.
I want either of them.
I'm
I'm happy with yours. I'm happy with his. I'm happy with 6, 7 coins as well. I'm pretty happy in general.
Right, they all look pretty good. I wish I could say the same.
Like, is he gonna hard dig just to outstall me? Maybe.
I don't think so. I mean,
yeah, I would think so.
I could jump to G3, but why? I don't know. I mean, it'd be nice to have another dwelling. I just don't want to.
Well, you'd be giving me a lot of leech. I can't take. I mean, at this point, I probably wouldn't take that much leech anyhow. But I can only.
I mean, even if you.
Plus,
like. I think that'll be open.
Well,
that's a ton of leech. I don't know how. I'm gonna want to take that anyways at most points.
And it would have to be a would basically be a 4 for 4 because I have a power coming in through Earth 2. So the way that my power is sort of set up, like I'd have to pay for 5 power, but could only use 4 of it.
So yeah, my question is really, do I take the coins? Go to what, 18?
It's a lot of coins.
18
Jeez.
coins and 13 workers? I think so.
And then advanced digs.
That sounds like a recipe for upgrading digs to
Advanced
me.
digs. I was actually thinking about doing a temple and making
More temples?
trading posts.
Yeah.
And it's still open, right? Bottom one is.
I think so, yeah. And you have a TP on the board, so
Yeah.
technically you have temple.
Is that better than just advancing digs, getting out some dwellings, and just building out straight up trading posts? Like
I don't know, but I'm getting that 2 worker tile. I like it.
Okay.
Better. It's like
Oh, I guess I might as well dig at this point.
Dig, my friend.
Yeah, at this point you're
Make
committed.
everything blue.
Surround the desert with water.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on your little island there, Fakir's.
Yeah, that's fine. I was not planning on doing anything with those 2 dwellings.
For anyone watching the stream, don't play fake. Don't play swarmlings like this.
Well, I mean,
see, we'll see how it ends up.
If I got big building past tile, maybe I'd be in business. Let's see how it goes.
I don't know. Well, you're
you still
the
have
current points
73
leader.
points.
Yeah.
Got some cults. Another town coming in.
Yes, I want.
The worker,
What do
right?
I want here? I probably need worker 3 power, I guess. The economy is so bad. I think I need that worker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the worker,
Yeah.
right?
I can barely build a dwelling next round. Yeah. I mean, but the cult position is important too. I need all the points I can get, that's for sure. And these little things like that. I'll take worker 3 power.
That's a great take, AJE. Swarmlings are doing fine as long as you don't need workers or network or cults to win.
Perfect.
Fair enough. All right, I guess I just start giving everyone power, starting with just barnawal, I guess.
Oh, that's a little late for that.
Yeah.
I start giving everyone power. You give dwarves like 1 million leech.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Appreciate
much.
it.
All right, I'll just go here first.
I mean,
Here's a 3 for 2. I don't know.
guess I'll take it.
He reluctantly agrees.
Reluctantly agrees.
I really don't know if I should here. To be
I
honest,
have no
but
idea.
yeah.
This is such a weird situation.
See.
I love that it's happening.
Anyone who's newer to the
Yeah,
game
that's a first.
or newer to Fire
Oh, you
and
took
Ice,
more coins.
Oh, look at that.
more coins. Whoa.
Why?
Look at that dwarf's economy. Yeah,
More coins.
juicy. That's the
That's
question.
insane.
Can you make it pay off in this map? Find a way to make it work.
I am planning on advancing digs, I think.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be really cool. You got a lot of space to work with too to tunnel. That was like another thing I didn't know with dwarves in this map. Like I was a bit worried like with how much space you'd have if you wanted to dig bomb late. But like yeah, you got space here.
And I take the traditional ship town.
Mm-hmm.
Check here. Although I don't have as many, I didn't think that I would not get the 7 coin. Maybe that was I was supposed to be passing in second seat here, get more coins and build more TPs.
Guess. I mean, there's no rush for workers' action, so if I wanted, I can take one later, I think. Don't have to decide that right now. Alright, here's some leech body.
Yay. This seems like a general theme of of this game. I don't have to rush this. I can decide later.
Yeah, look where it gets me. Yeah, that's kind of like how I play a lot of the time, I think. Just try to figure it. Try to like delay things for later if I can.
Yeah.
Doesn't always. Sometimes it's good. Like you get more information, you can see the situation better. Sometimes not so much. I think I'll take 2 for 1. Should probably stop taking leech now, though.
Alright. So I was hoping I would get some leech this turn, and that I'm taking it so that I think now I'll just take a bridge. So my basic plan for the turn is to try to get a bridge this round. I'll give build a trading post on E3, or I'm giving everyone leech, so I'm sort of putting that off, and then digging D4 and getting a dwelling on it before. All right, so that's my next move, is not taking a bridge, but is securing D4, and then hoping the bridge comes back to me, and then yeah, I have to take D4 right now for sure. Yep.
Workers.
You don't have to.
Well, I mean, I don't have to do anything in Terra Mystic. I could pass right now if I really wanted to, but should, yes. I feel like.
I don't know. Do you want neighbors up there, or
I
are you not worried about that?
No, I'm worried about neighbors, but if you take D4, then I don't have a town. So I think I would rather a town and.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, I need this is my town.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah. What if I take a bridge now?
You could take a bridge right now.
Pressure.
Yep.
Are you thinking of 3 towning here, like Weber with Darklings?
I don't see 3 towns. I mean, I don't know. Am I supposed to, I guess, B5, A4 and build a stronghold next turn or something? I mean,
it's probably tough.
It seems
maybe with stronghold last round, maybe. Yeah, it doesn't seem worth like going for really aggressively, at least.
Yeah, I don't know. It's unclear how I want to play my next, like, the last round, because I want to get network points here, but I also want to build as few dwellings as possible. So it's, yeah, we'll see.
There's some massive amount of power. If you choose to accept it.
I don't think I'm going to at this point.
Come on, it's only, what is it, 4 points? That's a tunnel.
Out of here. But I think I'm gonna get the power anyways.
So CH, you have two towns coming in this game, and Fatty, do you have one more coming in? Are you planning on like double digging I5 and like bridging to H7, or doing something else that I'm not thinking about, or just doing like G7, H8? Like, do you have another town somewhere on this map?
Yeah, it depends. The possibility is open, but it's maybe.
Right.
I'm gonna go with like Bizzle. It's a hard maybe.
It's a hard maybe. It's hard.
Hard move. Ooh, Cold Town. That's expected.
4 power. I will decline. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me take this.
All right, so do I have enough to advance digs? Still want to make one more trading post. And then I have 11 and 5. Still be good, right?
What do you think of
Right,
CH? Right. Upgrading digs?
Is advancing digs still worth it? It's still probably good. If I don't, I could just jump a couple places. I mean, will I have enough workers to use the advanced digs anyways? My real question.
Right.
I think the other town is too complicated for me to try to achieve. I need a bridge, I need an extra dig, I need fire too as well. It's just a lot of things.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, one time with those one's fine for you though, I think.
Can we just go back to CH's position real quick? I'm just curious what your guys' thoughts are. Like, it seems like a couple lines here is he could advance dig twice and do some dig bombing, and he has a couple open tunnels like F6 and G3. After that, he has to start dig bombing and doing stuff. Or does he build a stronghold next round? It seems to me that like doing both probably doesn't make sense. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he advances digs, gets out a couple of dwellings this turn, and gets his stronghold next turn. What are your guys' thoughts on that? I'm admittedly
costs a
never
lot of workers.
never super clear on with dwarves of like when you should go the digging route versus the stronghold route. And even in games where I've had like a crazy economy as dwarves, I tried doing both, and it was just like then you don't have very much stuff left over to, do much with. So yeah, I'm just curious what you guys think.
I mean, yeah, it's like you'd really like the stronghold because like especially with the strongholds going in the last round too.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is that I'll have so few workers to do it with. Right? Like, if I build another trading post, if I do it, it just doesn't feel like I'll be able to utilize it.
Utilize the stronghold.
Yeah, utilize digging I won't have enough workers.
Oh, to upgrade digs and use the digs.
Yeah, also that stronghold is gonna like not complete a town either. It's not like you need it for there's no it how can I say this? It doesn't kill two birds with one stone, as I like like usually you might want to build a stronghold because it gives you a town, then you can take worker town, advanced digging after maybe. I don't know. It's
I'm also getting pressure from Rainier that I need. He's
to take
asking
B5.
to take B5 for the third town. I can't tell if that's a Mimi comment or if that's like actually I have enough resources here and I need to be like taking fire too, as opposed because it's like this round it is a little unclear for me. I do have the resources to build a third trading post and I could build it on H5 just for points. If I do that, then this town here in the center needs like another dwelling, obviously. Unless I temple for fire. Well, unless I stronghold, I don't know. Probably I would just like build out another dwelling on like E1 and town up. Or I can not build another trading post this turn and try to like 3 town. And build an expensive trading post. I don't know. I'm bad at.
You might go the stronghold route next round, like that stronghold C3, and if you get all the other hexes up to B3.
So I could still TP on H3, town up on E1 or D3, and then stronghold C3, and then dig with 5 more priests, which all have basically. Yeah. Well, like 6.
For now, for me, I think I would have liked to have one more worker, so I would secure either E1 or B5, but like I can't build on it right now, so I'll just pass for the TP scroll and see what's left for me.
Right.
See which state you guys are in and what power action I end up taking, because it's not clear right now.
Yeah, I maybe should have passed my turn before just to deny that from you because you're in a good spot. Like I figured I would get your bonus when you pass anyways, but that's maybe I should have taken that from you.
I mean, I would have taken the other one.
No, you were
the
sitting.
One you left.
Oh, rolling past you mean? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, if you pass ahead of me, you leave the 2 workers open. I don't think anyone else was going to pass right now, so I would just pass for that.
No, you were on the 2 workers.
No, I'm on it. Yeah, I was on it. Yeah. Never mind.
Okay. You just see if I want to. Oh, I'm getting 2 workers from the bonus. I can probably convert to coins.
Well, Rainer doesn't trust dwarves. That's feel good.
That sounds familiar. As dwarves in this map are just so hard, but like I don't know. You played pretty well so far. I think you have a pretty good game going.
I don't know. The temple. I think I might have gone water 1 instead of having to make the other temple for it.
Yeah.
That's true. Maybe you shouldn't have listened to my air 2.
Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to do so whatever.
Yeah, it's a training game.
But it's always weird with dwarves with like late trading post rounds because like round 5 trading posts especially, it's like if you build them, you hurt your worker economy so much for round 6, so and you can do a lot less probably in the last round. But they're also a really good way to score in general.
Yeah.
It's like a weird dilemma.
So
But I do think Raynor was right.
Yeah, I guess you got so much leech too that you probably could get away with water 1 instead of air 2 there. In hindsight.
all right, third town dreams gone.
Yeah, that was. I think that was clear.
Do I want this? 3, 6, 7, 8? No. I can only accept. Yeah, no, don't want that. So I think what I do here is I just secure. Like I can just sort of slow play this round a little bit. So I think I just turn like E1 black. Seems fine.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you definitely have time. I want your
Yeah.
roll.
So third town really dead. No. Well, I don't know.
Oh, it's not dead, but it's not where we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's dead, but I think it's expensive. I don't honestly. I don't really see it, but
Neighbors are always fun. I got giving you neighbor.
he's got neighbors. He needs fire too. Yeah, it's.
So I can build another dwelling this turn and town up. If I'd have to convert 2 workers. Well, actually no.
Or a power.
Or a power
and a worker.
A power and a worker. It probably makes sense. Yeah, then I wouldn't have enough power to take a power action at the beginning of next round if one was offered to me. But probably the digs and the coins are just going immediately anyhow. That's my assumption, so I'll do this. And then I'll town up. And
Yeah, you can still town in that like A4, A3, A2 area.
yeah. So I think I'm just going to do this. It's worth 1 extra point this turn. Then what do I want here? I mean, the easiest thing is just a priest town. Oh, I still have enough power. What am I talking about? If for some reason coins was offered, I could take it. So do I just take a priest town?
I mean, if you want that town, you need a lot of workers. You need to be building 3 dwellings and then a temple and 2 trading posts. That's a lot of resources if you want that town in the north.
Yeah, it's 26 resources, and I only have. I don't think I have enough. Well, I do if I get coins. Yeah, someone thinking that I take a worker town here in chat. Anyone have a strong opinion over worker town?
Yeah,
To
I mean,
try
I
to
would
town
have
up?
taken.
Priest Town's always a safe option.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to take a priest
Turn
town.
it into a worker if you get desperate. But
Yeah. I mean, if you're going 2 towns anyways, then Priest Town probably makes enough sense. Well, I guess there's a network fight. I guess that's true to worry about.
Deranged is also making a good point in chat that some of my sequencing made him. Oh, sad. He says sad. I thought he said mad. Either would have been acceptable, but like
infuriated by it.
I could have just taken E1 first, taken a resource town, and then built the trading post. So.
Yeah, well, you would have to wait for Gray to be near B3 if you want to put the trading post in a meaningful spot.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, if you're just building a TP for a TP, it doesn't really matter where it is.
Yeah. Also, there's no guarantee that I was going to go over there.
I mean, either I was going or you were going.
So I think
What
what
you
I'm.
have to do with this turn.
Yeah, no, not this turn. I was not going there this turn, but yeah, I think you were because it's another pre-gray and it makes sense.
Yeah, obviously I did. So yeah, but I don't know if there was any guarantee that I would.
No, exactly. That's why.
So I assume that I'm going to still like lose this battle of me like forcing you to take coins as opposed to the dwelling bonus, but I thought I would at least force you to do something with your priest because you're overproducing. Okay, so that's all the fighting I can do. So now I just pass here for some points, and I probably just take... Do I just grab another priest and a coin, or would I rather a cult step, which might be worth a point-ish, perhaps, against, like, I don't know, fakirs somewhere, and 3 coins. I don't have a ton of coins, but just taking more priests also seems good. I wonder if the move here is just to go stronghold, trading post, 3 dwellings. That's 9, 10, 11, 14. It's a lot of resources. Yeah, there might be a bit of a network fight I could get into here. So maybe the coins are just slightly better. You guys aren't helping me out. That's fine.
Sorry, I probably could go with coins in the cult step, but
Yeah,
unless you
me
have
too.
for the.
I was leaning towards coins in the cult step and then picturing a bunch of people telling me that was wrong. Primarily Rainier in chat, being like that was wrong.
No one said it yet.
Not yet.
Give him time.
Yeah. They're doing the math, and then telling me I could have 4-towned if I just did things better.
It seems unlikely.
Probably. It does seem a little
Okay.
lame going double econ and then not doing more than 2 towns. But
Okay.
I mean, you're looking pretty good now.
Do we?
Nice point.
I don't think I can
that was
reach
wrong.
15 network anyways. I think I'm just taking double digs.
Oh wow, does that leave coins for me? Whoopee.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey.
you could.
No, it's not very useful for me anyways.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna.
I mean, yeah, you
I
need the
could go
digs
for a
pretty
second
badly.
town. But I could go for a second town, but that just like kills the whole network fight, which I still believe I'm gonna lose to Dark Lanes. So
I mean, just the points from flying are probably more
yeah,
than the town
yeah,
anyways. They're like, it's
yeah,
gotta be pretty close.
yeah. I'll just go here. I think this one. I think anyone that's this adjacent one here is probably safe-ish.
That's true, and you still have options for a bridge town too, actually. There,
Yeah,
if you get more power, I guess. Well, I'm gonna give you some clearly.
yeah. The
Strong.
idea was if I take single dig, I could take bridge as well, but then that leaves me with not many flights or anything.
Okay, well, I think I'm pretty clearly taking coins.
You don't have to take coins.
Don't need them. You know, but I haven't got a coin action all game. I'm itching to take one, just for the fun of it. No, I probably want coins, I think. Yeah, I wouldn't want to give you guys coins anyways either, so.
Yeah, Rainer is correct.
Yeah, you're taking that bridge anyways, so
Yeah.
If Weber
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
like-
yeah, that's true.
No.
Yeah, 3-town dwarves. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I'm taking the bridge. Mainly because I dug your hex in the last Division 5 game or whatever division we're in. So.
It's gonna be
Fearing-
last no matter what. I was last by a good bit.
That's part of it. Part of it is also I'm too lazy to count the resources, and I think I might want the 3 coins for fighting network is the other justification. So I think I'm just building a dwelling here while you can't take power. Yeah, let's go with that.
buy some more.
For that.
Yeah, so chat saying that I might have wanted to take the bridge not as a block, but just to put it on c2. Was there actually a I still don't. Oh well, maybe.
You could have towned, yeah.
I could have
Yeah,
towned.
I don't know if it matters though. Like you can dig through a4.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, except for it gives me an extra. It would have given me an extra dwelling, because I would have templed for fire 2, trading post, and 3 dwellings, which I think I can afford. So
Yeah.
that was probably super silly.
Also removes the town from dwarves,
It
which
removes-
I think
yeah.
we needed. We needed to do something about that, but now we
yeah.
can't.
Still can. Still. Right? Do you have one ship out?
Yeah, I have 1 ship now. I think I'm just.
But he doesn't need more.
Why would I dig that though? Well, I'm only getting.
I meant like he could dig a6 if he had 2 shipping.
Oh yeah, he could. Yeah, he could mess with you that way.
7, 5. Okay, so I am just going 3 dwellings, and I have 3 hexes, so I can use both of these here. Sure, I don't know. This is fine. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about. I was counting towns, and I wasn't seeing the line that like just having a 5th hex would have made the town so much cheaper because I had an extra dwelling.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take b2 before Darklings have any ideas of spending a priest on that. So I'm glad I got that hex. I was scared that I wouldn't, but
yeah, I totally should have dug that.
well, I would have hard dug another one, but that's much better.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna temple for air 1. Who am I giving power to? I guess just barnawal makes sense.
Just barnawal.
Hey, power. Just what I want.
Just what
Yeah,
Swarm
dwarves'
want.
cult position looks nice too. Just
Yeah.
Yeah, the other downside to me not taking the 3 spots is that dwarves. Yeah, dwarves are quite a nice cult position.
Yeah, for sure. This is a very odd game.
How many? I mean, yeah, like you found a lot of spots to kind of build as dwarves. You got 2 more tunneling hexes too, which is pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of.
Oh.
Still got some ways to go. Some means here of scoring even more points.
Cool 2 power. I don't think I need it. No, I don't need that. Thanks for the offer, though.
Welcome.
So generous.
So who's winning this? I asked that to people.
Dwarves.
Dwarves?
Yeah. Yeah, dwarves are winning.
Turned my conversions off for blitz at the end of the turn, and I regret that now. End of turn. Back on.
I'm just gonna steal air.
Yeah,
No,
I saw
I
that.
don't think
see that
there's
coming.
Yeah,
anything better.
Makes sense.
No.
You see that it all comes back to that cult step in air in round 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that paid off. That paid off big time.
Go.
Yeah, I thought being on trading post pass, you might not want to like build a temple, but it probably is still enough points. I think it's the conversion, like it makes sense.
Yeah, it's a for me it might be a wash, but it's better for against the table.
Everyone's agreeing this is a very interesting dwarves game. Rainier says he finds it very intriguing to not believe in the SA Temple Open. Ghostly, however, says that Ghostly has always believed in you despite the prejudice, so that's important to note.
You got your supporters. Yeah, you're getting a fan base here, CH.
Good, good. True. Wildly odd play.
That's what does it. That's how you get a fan base.
I mean, they're mostly like the SA. I just built like because I wanted the Earth 1, and then the Temple. Like, oh, that just seems fun. Plus 4 points. So, who knows?
Yeah, you can't say no to that. But yeah, you definitely like you see how big a deal the early leech is. Like for dwarves, that made a huge difference to get your game going here.
Yeah. Which, like, I don't know. Things could have been a lot different.
Maybe I should have secured C4 earlier too, because yeah, I didn't expect you to come up there. I wasn't ready
Yeah,
for that.
C4 is this is the swing where
Yeah.
Ben's game went from good to winning.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess I just want the 11-point town, right?
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, priest could be still useful. Well, yeah, how bad do I want that priest actually?
The range, no, I didn't take fire 2.
I mean, the priest is probably 2 points too. At least in Earth Cult. It's not a huge difference though.
Well, I mean, yeah, what are you using your priest on? You're chasing me down in fire?
Yeah, I can chase down cults, advanced shipping.
Mm-hmm. Do you have enough priests already for that though?
Yeah, I only have 2 in cults. So
yeah, fair enough.
1 advantage not playing culty. I'll take a priest, why not?
Makes sense.
I'll decline.
Yeah, and the priest to earth also makes sense because it's gets you an extra 2 points and -2 to me.
Yeah, it's always nice to challenge Darklings on cults in the end of the game because they never want to send priest to cults in general.
No.
Not that it like matters here that much, but like it's always they're kind of an easy target on cults.
Yeah, for sure. So I think all I have left is I'm building a dwelling, which I have the resources for, and then my remaining power, and I should have calculated this before, but makes sense just to take a priest action to at least use as a dig. But either way, I don't need any more power.
Alright, I'm out. I think
You're
I'm
out.
in 3rd place, but good job, everyone.
It was kind of interesting because yeah, I thought you were in such a good spot, but like it kind of, I guess the last round was hard for you to score a lot. And I guess when you're tying for network, like if you could win network outright, it would have been really nice. But you got air cult too, so.
Well, I think Dwarves and Darklings are tying for network,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be 3rd.
Right.
Oh, I forgot I already have 1 shipping. Oh well, that's nice, I guess. It's an extra priest.
Now that I have an extra, well, I have 2 priests that I'm not going to use for digging because I'm only getting 1 structure out. So it makes sense on my next turn to hit G3.
Yeah. You've been putting off hitting G3 for an unhealthy amount of time.
Yeah.
Dude, you really don't have to.
You don't have to. This is like training mode, so we could just see like the brilliance and the triumph of the dwarves. But
hey, yeah, that hex is just sitting there.
Yep, just chilling. Yeah, it was very silly of me not to take the bridge, and I don't know why I didn't see that. Obviously, it's C2. I was doing the math trying to figure out if I had enough resources to like stronghold or to temple for fire 2, and there was no configuration that had enough resources. But just bridge to C2, and it opens up another spot for a dwelling. It's pretty silly.
Yeah, bridge to C2 might give you the game actually.
Yeah, because it would be an extra town.
One
for
less
me.
town, yeah, and 1 less town for dwarves. One less key.
Yep.
One less tunnel. It's just a lot of yeah.
I'm wondering, is it worth it for me to take a priest here? Another priest? Just load up on priests? I mean, the problem is dwarves with 2 priests. If dwarves didn't have any priests, that'd be a different story. Although you might want them as workers, although now that you took his hex, definitely not, I guess.
Well, no, that makes me need that hard. Oh, I can't hard dig and do it, can I? I need 1 more worker.
Yeah, you'd need 1 more worker. You can hard dig and build, but like and keep with 2 priests as workers, but it can't be a tunnel.
Yeah, I mean 4 points.
Well, I'm sacrificing 1 point for this, so I'll take a priest, I think.
Which
So I can use my workers as coins to advance shipping. Well, I don't need to actually, right? Or I can. Sorry, wait a second. Just 1 second here.
the other
Yeah, I
swing
think
is that
it's
it
true,
costs
briefly.
me a point basically by taking the priest, because otherwise I have nothing to do with those resources. So I'm just converting a resource point into 2 points if I take a priest.
Yeah, it costs you 1 point.
It costs me a point, yeah.
I guess I can. I was also thinking maybe I want to build a temple still to take some more cults on dwarves if I can. That's only. No, I guess I'll take a priest.
No.
I don't know if that's a good call or not, but I'm sacrificing one point for myself at the worst, so can't be too bad.
All right, now what?
Yeah, pressure's on you now.
Yeah, protecting cults or getting that extra structure.
Well, I can't get the extra structure, can I?
You can, but it just has to be not a tunnel. But you can.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Right.
The extra, so that's 3 points plus the 2, so that's 5. Or protect the cults.
Yeah, seeing as Barnawal has an army of priests. And yeah,
Just staring you down.
And you can build a temple.
could also build a temple. Yeah.
5 points versus he switches on Warfare. Plus, I'll still be able to build a trading post, so that'll be 3 anyways. Yeah. Protect.
Yeah, well, I mean, I want advanced shipping too, so probably priority.
Why though?
Advanced shipping?
Yeah.
The points. 4 victory
Okay,
points.
you're already at 2. Okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Probably
Yeah.
more worth it. So I probably shouldn't have taken the priest. I don't think it's gonna do anything for me.
Well, you kind of forced dwarves to go into that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Defense,
Force
the
them to, like,
defense line.
Yeah.
So I have a cult step here to use. I think the safest is just to take a free point on fire. Otherwise, you can send 2 priests to Earth anyhow.
Yeah, I can't. Obviously, I'm
Barnawal?
out, so
Right.
I can't steal.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I do here is I just take a point on fire.
Yep.
I think it makes sense. Yeah, it's nice with Darkness of Cures. There's often a lot of like cheap cult points around too. Just for a
Yeah.
couple steps.
I mean, you have.
Yeah, we have
nice.
basically we have the same amount of points on cults.
Who?
So I can spend all 4 priests to fire and tie dwarves on fire. Or do 1. I mean, it doesn't really make a big difference, does it? Depends. I mean, depends. Unless I think I can catch like Weber here.
Maybe. Do you? It's a
I'm
swing
still
of.
scoring a lot of points in the past, so it's hard to. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm always bad at calculating endgame points. But I don't think there's any way in catching dwarves. So I could just go for the full swing.
I mean, could you build a temple too with the power? How much? No, that's not enough.
No.
No, yeah, I need quite a few more coins. Well, maybe if
No.
I could use all 4 priests.
If you
Yeah,
went,
we'll see.
if you went
We'll see.
fire, earth, no, that's still you're a coin short.
Earth, fire. And then it would work, right?
I think I can do it actually. I can do earth, fire, water, and have enough for a temple.
Right, and then temple for fire 3.
I think so. Yeah.
Right. So the priest to water is just converting your priest to power, yeah, or coin.
Coins, yeah, because he has the workers.
So you don't even really. You could just
the 1 coin.
convert it.
No, I didn't need a priest.
Right.
Yeah, okay, well, we'll go ahead and do that.
This is kind of a hilarious endgame.
Yeah, this is
the typical end game you see in Terra Mystica.
Yeah.
Very, very standard.
I donated a town to dwarves for some unknown reason, and then Swarmlings decide to finally care about cults in the last 5 seconds.
Better late than never.
I guess so.
I'm not even getting too many points. I'm mostly just taking away points from CH by doing this. I'm not even getting that many points myself.
Right.
That's fine too.
But yeah, exactly. Well, actually, I'm losing a point from Air 1 too. But I'm
Yeah.
getting 4 for the Colt. It's a break even for me, I think, because I'm spending 9 resources for this, which is 3 points.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, I'm just taking away points from CH.
I mean, it's not plus. It's 0 for you, -4 for him. So
Yeah, exactly. Might as well.
There we go.
All right, good game.
Good game, everyone.
That
Hey,
was
it's
a
done.
challenge, that's for sure. That was tough.
Yeah.
Are you Barnawal? Do you play some voice chat games with other people from the Discord sometimes, or?
I haven't much. No, I should because I need practice playing against like good players. I haven't really though. I've done like 1 or 2, but I should try to do more. I'd like to.
Yeah, I try to do it also to get better at not being so much distracted, like being able to speak with people and still put together a reasonable game. Because it's more fun playing with people and chatting kind of rather than just be sitting on the computer and then
Yeah,
just
my
playing
friend always
against unknown people.
trolling me. Yeah, I know it is. I just never like. I do it kind of like when I play. It's kind of like sporadic. I guess I'll just do when I feel like it. But I guess I could
Yeah.
always send a message to Discord seeing when people feel like playing. But admittedly,
Yeah.
I haven't played too much on Board Game Arena. I've been doing like the Snellman Fjords League lately. I haven't done too much on Board Game Arena.
Okay.
But like I want to do more. See. Yeah, I'll try to do more voice chat games. It's fun. That's pretty
Ended
close
up.
in the end.
Yeah, exactly. Not you weren't so far off with your weird no TP, no stronghold action in round 4.
Swarms seem to find a way to get points one way or another if you get in the bonuses. Usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a really cool Dwarves game though, CH.
Yeah, that was great.
That worked out so well. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, thank you for the temple idea. I was thinking about it too, but I don't know if I was gonna do it if you hadn't said anything.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been really interesting to see if you didn't do it, how different the game would have gone. Not that we can ever find out, but
I mean, yeah, Fatty, you didn't think it was worth it at the time. I'm not sure what was like. Would it have been better to not do it?
I'd have to rewatch it in detail, but I thought maybe you were gonna go stronghold or because you were getting some in round 3. I mean, like you were getting some nice air workers, and I thought you would advance digs for round 4. But then again, somehow, well, not somehow, but your hexes weren't threatened a whole lot, so it made sense to it was safe eventually, relatively safe to build up and build out later, which you ended up doing, and it worked. So I still think Barnawal should have secured C4, like instead of the. I don't know what he did, because he took double digs on the west there around his sanctuary, which makes sense. Like one single action gives him enough hexes for an early town, but maybe he was supposed to grab C4. I don't know.
Right.
yeah, maybe in hindsight. I didn't see that coming at all though. The Dwarves tunneling there.
Yeah.
The other thing is you would need a bridge and 2 other digs to get that town, and it's pretty expensive. So I understand why you didn't think about it, because
no, but with Earth 1, I want 3 towns as Swarmlings. Like it would have been that's like definitely what I would have wanted ideally as a town there, even with the expensive bridge. It's not. I don't think the Swarms is that big of a deal.
Right.
But I don't know. Yeah, it would have been hard to find a means to do that and still. I guess I could have advanced dig round 4, then finish the town, then like delay the Tukey town a bit.
Right.
It wasn't like because I got so little power at the start. I wasn't like flowing with power for digs really. Usually as Swarms you are, but not. I didn't have. It wasn't an obvious option to take that hex at least at any point.
No, exactly. That's why.
That was like the one chance, I guess.
Yeah, that was your one shot, it seems. But it was tough to foresee that you needed it. But
yeah, it was definitely not an obvious read. But that's something that's good to like. I thought all the time in the world to get that to build around my stronghold here. Like I didn't think Weber was going to take the ground above me either.
it was so cheap for him. Yeah, it was so cheap for him. So and it even if you get C3, like where are you going? Triple dig a red, and then there's a gray and a yellow. It's like so many digs. Even though you advance digs, it's not efficient.
Yeah, I probably still don't have the economy to do all that. That's true. And do 3 towns at least.
Yeah.
So this is a little off topic, but Weber was really close to not wanting to dig G3, right? If he doesn't dig G3 and I tie Fakir's, he almost gets second.
Yeah.
right? Like if he had.
Well, if he takes the bridge, he
Yeah.
wins. So
Well, yeah, that's true. But I mean,
Yeah,
but
but
at the
Oh, yeah.
end, I mean, like it did hurt Dwarves, but like if he'd been playing right, like you want to
Yeah.
get second or you do third, then you should have wanted me to tie Fakir's
for sure.
on,
That's fair. Yeah.
Because it would have
right?
brought Fatty down by 3 points, right? You would have gone from 12 network points to tying for 9. So my point margin against the winner would have been worse, but I would have been only 1 point off of. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good
Although,
point.
assuming you don't turn G3 gray, so that dwarves hop over there,
Yep.
and then they can use their resources to tie you on network themselves. They can like Swarmlings could only steal one of the cults, so that
That's true.
those priests on the cult tracks didn't give him anything to dwarves. He could have used them as workers and
tie.
still tie you on network.
Right.
So depending where you go, he has options as well. It's not like everything remains the same and you do that. You change just that move.
Right. And at the time that I did,
I didn't have anything. I couldn't go anywhere else. I'd need another open hex, right? Because I can go to G3.
Yeah.
Again, doesn't matter at the end, but like I couldn't have dug another one because I
Yeah,
didn't have resources to do that.
You had 2 priests and some.
Yeah, I had the workers, but I didn't have a dig. But no, and I just kind of bring that up because I didn't think about it. I thought, it'd be good for him to stop that. That's dwarves seem like they're ahead. It's good, stop them. But specifically, it might have been if he'd gotten one more point, would have been good for him, and that's not something I normally think about.
Yeah, that's fair. It's cool to bring it up actually.
No,
sometimes you want to manipulate the other scores so that you can, if you know you're not winning anyways, you want to try to get second, and that's an interesting way of doing it.
Yeah.
Another kind of random thing that like it would have been really interesting if Weber, I don't know if you ever thought about this, but in your dig round just bombing yellow and gray hexes rather than digging anything for yourself and just go like it probably wouldn't have been smart. But like you just go like full denial too and just completely destroy everyone else's game and yours of the process and let me win.
Right.
That would be beautiful. But like no, I was kind of because I'm still looking at I mean I know Figures didn't win, but getting G2 for them helped them a lot in the end with dwarves taking that northern part up there. So I wonder if you would have beaten Fakir's if you had dug G2.
Dug G2.
Yeah. G2 and you could have dug A5. It would have made things a lot more awkward, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, certainly in the last round, it would have made sense. Like there was 2 obvious things that I should have done, which was one, just like obviously taking the bridge because I just didn't count the town that way. The simplest way here is like a temple for fire 2 instead of air 1, all these exact same structures, and then just power for a bridge. Would have been quite a few extra points. It would have been -1 resource point for the bridge, -4 on air 1, but like there was an 11-point town sitting, so it would have been +6 for me, and then minus a town and whatever came with it for dwarves. But then the second blunder was when I didn't do that. Then I'm like, all right, I'm just digging hexes and trying to compete for network here. I should have just taken B2, but possibly even earlier than that, digging G2 could have made a lot of sense because. Yeah, at the time, I guess it didn't seem like you were very close to getting up here, but it would have put a big dent in your network.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Very cool game, guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks everyone for hanging out in chat and staying with us and stuff. Really appreciate it. If you have any final questions, I'm just going to go over to sort of final comments from the guys here. But in the meantime, if you have any final questions, anyone, for any of the players, things that you saw them do that you have questions on or things you might have done differently, feel free to post them in now. Just while we're waiting to see if anyone has a question. Do you guys have any sort of final thoughts on the game? What you think were sort of big moments? Anything like that you want to share before we wrap up?
Right, like C4 was a big hex for me. I thought that worked out very well to get the town and the bridge. For me, it was the C4 and the bridge.
Yeah.
Yep,
fair enough. And this is where not being a blocky player bites me. I don't know why I hesitate. It takes me a lot of information to actually go out of my way to take a bridge that, well, in this case, it wouldn't have even been a block. I needed the bridge. But at the time, I didn't think I wanted it. And so that was probably just like me being silly and not very blocky. And also, I feel bad about digging your hex in the last Tuesday league game. So
I mean,
all those are
the two
silly
games
things.
are unrelated, you know.
Totally, I fully admit it's entirely all just silly stuff. I should have just snapped up the bridge for sure.
I mean, yeah, you always feel a bit guilty when you just block someone, just especially in like a fun game like this, like a non-competitive game. So I get that too. It's always a tough like decision.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
It's not sacrificing something you're doing. Like you can use that to help yourself in general. On G3, like okay, yeah, that you didn't really have anything to do with it anyway. So yeah, you should block. But like, if you earlier, you're like just blocking people. Like it feels so mean.
Mhm.
Well, to be fair, it's not an early block. It's a round 6.
It's a late block.
It's not even a block. It's just and there has to be a distinction between like a block, which sometimes people think of it like the negative connotation, like being something bad for you but bad for somebody else. This bridge was straight up amazing for you.
For sure, for sure. And and I
it's
should
not
have
even a block. It's just securing something that's contested that two people want.
For sure. And at the time, had I known that I wanted it, obviously I would have taken it. I think
of
part of it
course,
was at the time I didn't know that I needed it, and I wasn't counting my resources closely enough, and thought that dwarves were probably just sort of winning. And so in my mind, I was like, am I gonna want these 3 coins later for network? And I mean, had I done the math, obviously not. I ended the game with 4 coins. And I didn't take any leech. So I didn't obviously need those extra resources. But it was one of those things. I think that's personally just where some of that hesitation comes from, of spending resources just to sort of reduce someone else's points. Is, am I going to regret that later? Because I'm like, I need 3 extra resources to get out another dwelling and tie someone on network so I can get second, that kind of thing. But yeah, for sure. Yeah, fair enough. Well, cool. Well, thanks so much, guys, for doing this. I really appreciate having you on. This was a blast, and congrats on the win, CH. It was a really interesting. We said early on we wanted to see dwarves played on this map because I think people hesitate picking dwarves here, and I think this was, just like a cool game to see you play. So thanks, guys, so much for doing this. If any of you are ever interested in coming on, again, let me know. It would be awesome to have you back.
All right.
Yeah, thanks.
Cool.
It was fun. It's very challenging. It was fun, I gotta say.
For sure.
Sometime I'll be back.
Awesome.
Cool.
I'm pretty good at games that don't matter, so it's the best.
Exactly.
Cool, and thanks once again for everyone for tuning in and for hanging out on chat. If anyone who is watching this wants to play in an open table game, you can find me on BGA or just message me on Discord, and it would be awesome to have you on. So we'll wrap things up there for now, and have a good rest of your Saturday, everyone. Bye for now.